Okay. Let's see it. Let's see how many of y'all actually come in here. Let's fucking go. Okay, cool. I'm gonna put the link in here. There it is. If people want to come up. Wow, I really stopped the live with 100 people. That was probably a bad decision. Laker fans are here. Let's see. Actually, I can put these up. Oh, there we go. Dime, what's your thoughts on the Lakers? I mean, their defense is pretty good. Top 5 best defensive rating in the NBA thanks to AD and Vando, but I like the way they're looking. Dude, you guys are looking great. Anthony Davis was incredible in that Minnesota fourth quarter last night. I watched the fourth, and D'Lo's been awesome. He looks so happy to be there. Now you got LeBron back. Austin Reeves has been playing so well. Dennis Schroeder plays so hard, man. I don't know. Cokehead said they're coming. By the way, for everybody in here, please, there we go, 26 people. Please comment when this video is over. Please comment on the last video because we got to keep the algorithms going, man. The algorithm's looking good. We want more people to join, more people to subscribe, more people to add to the family, to the Dime Dropper fam. So we need to comment on these videos so they're just showing up in more people's feeds. And we'll be adding more to the family for the playoffs because during the playoffs, you're going to be talking about every team, not just LA teams. We're going to be talking about every team every night. It's going to be great. And that's when the games are actually going to matter. No more fucking load management. But Zangerstein says, I watched the game earlier and it was so weird. Yes. Poson Theory says, let's go. Yes, sir. Hit it on the head. Says you're the man, Dime. Thank you. Super chats are turned on. Going $1 a dime, by the way. And by the way, I put the link in here. Oh, we got somebody coming on. What's going on, Deshaun?
Yo.
What's up, man?
Another Clipper loss. Another day goes by. That's what's going on, man.
Man, how long you been a Clipper fan for? I don't remember you in the chat. You were in the chat a couple days ago.
I hop in every now and then. I don't know.
How long you been subscribed for?
I've been subscribed for a while.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, good to have you on, man. How long you been a Clipper fan for?
Probably about 4 years now.
So what do you think it's tonight's game and just overall situation?
Man, not having PG, that hurts. We're not at full strength. And honestly, like it's exposing a lot of like the flaws that we have. Mm-hmm. And Kawhi can't, like when you got BI going for what he went for 36, it's like, what can you do?
Yeah. I mean, he had a hand up on a lot of those shots, man. It was just really amazing shot making by him.
And you were talking about that 3-guard lineup. Why does Ty Lue continue to go with that 3-guard lineup?
Which one? Which one was it?
The one with Terrence, Bones, and Russ.
Well, I mean, I think Terrence can guard wings in terms of his size, like just because of his long arms. Like that, I haven't been including him in those guards. I meant like the smaller guards, but I mean those two, Russ and I mean I don't know. Without Paul George and without what's his name? It's a little tough. Eric Gordon. It's a little tougher, but yeah, you're right. It's still a little too small. I think against a lot of teams though, you can get away with it depending on how Russ and Bones are playing D. Because wait a second, we like the Russ, Terrence, and Bones combination the last couple of games because we say it adds pace.
Okay.
But and one of the questions says, you think Marcus Morris will be back on Wednesday? Guys, Marcus Morris is not coming back, I don't think, dude. He is pissed. That COVID thing was another bold-faced lie they told us. People are eating it up. I'm telling you, he's pissed. That's why COVID was the perfect cover for him because no one's going to question it for like 2 weeks. But, okay, Daniel Higgins says, play-in scenario, who do you not want to face? Lakers, Wolves, or Pelicans? Who scares you the most? I'll let you take that one first.
I'll probably say Pelicans if Zion comes back for sure. I feel like
I would have to agree with that.
If Zion gets back and we have seen him in a play-in tournament where I just don't see it happening. I don't know if PG's gonna try to make it back by that time or what, but without PG, there's no chance. If Zion comes back, there's no chance.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I'd say the Pelicans. Ernesto George says load management's terrible for the league. I obviously agree. Jordan Smith says, I think the biggest thing for the Lakers is LeBron doesn't have to do barely anything. AD on the role players are doing their thing. I think in the playoffs he's gonna have to do something. Cokehead says, or Cakehead says, Jesus Christ. Cakehead says Marcus is too slow. Yes. George Jerry says that Clippers Lakers matchup will decide who gets to the playoffs and who's in the play-in. Jeez. I mean, thankfully we have the season series over them, regardless. Pozon Theory says ending up in the play-in not going to be good for my mentals. Yeah, it's going to be an embarrassment to end up in the play-in for the second straight year. Cakehead says it feels like we just don't care on the court. Yeah, some games. I don't think tonight was one of those games. I think it felt like we cared tonight, but yeah, last night just did the whole Kawhi thing. I mean, what's up, Tobias? You want to get on here? I put the link in there if you do. It says Dimes, what do you think is our biggest focus point in Suns or Sac playoff matchup? Guarding the point of attack, obviously. I think that's the number one. Fabian PerspecTV in New York, man. 2:13 p.m.
It is.
You got me on the TV. I can hear my own voice.
I'm sorry.
Zangerstein says it was weird because I think no one in the coaching staff watched the last 5 games of the Pelicans. I think that's a little bogus. The Clippers' rotation on defense after they double Ingram is messy. Dude, I don't think that's a game planning thing. That's the players just got to rotate. Come on, man. Raw World says if this don't work out this season, I'm on board to blow this up. Well, we heard what Palmer said. He's not going to totally blow it all up. But I think we might have to debate on which pieces those are going to be that we want out the door at the end of the season based on the playoffs. I think that'll definitely affect what we say about them. Ace Boogie says, would you take the Lakers roster or Clippers roster outside of stars this season? Well, the Lakers roster has changed dramatically. So you're talking about like the one post-Russ trade? I guess, yeah, you're probably talking about the one post-Russ trade. I don't know, Deshaun. You're also a Clipper fan, so what do you think? Would you take the Lakers roster outside the stars supporting cast or ours? Does that count D'Angelo Russell? Is he right? Yeah, I'm guessing it does.
If it counts D'Lo, I'll probably take the Lakers. I think it's close though, but I don't know.
Definitely close.
It's kind of hard. It's close because we have Russ and Russ on a good day is easy. He's better than D'Lo. It's close. I don't know. That's close.
Fabian.
I like Vanderbilt. Beasley's really streaky.
Very streaky.
But Vanderbilt, I seen him compared to Rodman earlier. That was crazy. Dennis Rodman. I'm not sure because the Clippers. I like the Lakers role players better.
Okay.
Because we're just taking out AD and LeBron and taking out Kawhi and Paul George, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, hold on. I'm sorry. The Clippers. Bones Highland, Russell Westbrook. Yo, Russell Westbrook is playing incredible, man. Why aren't we talking about that more often?
He's been playing well. What? He's been playing well, but we're what 8-9 with him, or 8-10 with him.
Well, the last couple of games we've been playing, but again,
he's playing well. I mean, he is playing decent, but he still does things that affect us losing as well. We knew we were getting with Russ, though. He's still been better than I expected. I mean, I'm not trying to put this all on him and make this a Russ bashing sesh.
Yes,
but
look, people not gonna like it. People not gonna like me. They're gonna get mad. But man, when I was watching the game, and we were down 3, we made a late stop, and Russ took the ball, and it was like 4 people in between him and Terrence, and when he threw that pass straight to him, bro. And it led to that CJ little 2-point bucket, bro. I literally yelled no to the loudest value I could possibly achieve. It was like broke my soul, bro. Like, why does he always turn over the ball?
No, I said that on the live just now. I see Pose on Theory. I think is this guy Russell for Jerry. Is that the same guy? Who are these? Okay, interesting. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a bad situation. Let's see what the other comments are saying. Raw World said, "Oh, he said something about that." Who are you talking about? Oh yeah, Ballmer. Yes, I posted the clip. he said he wasn't going to he doesn't want to suck on purpose. He doesn't want to be terrible, bottom of the barrel. Pose on Theory says L. Frank's phone is going to be blown up in the summer. Yeah, that depends if he still wants to stick around. Ace Boogie says Russ is not better than D'Lo. LOL. Any pushback on that?
They're both streaky.
Yeah, they're both fairly inconsistent. I think D'Lo's probably a little better now, but
I think if Russ, like, if he has his own show, you know what I mean? Like, it's just the Russ show, like it was with Memphis. Like, I feel like D'Lo isn't dropping what Russ did. Like, he can.
I feel you on that. Do you think a Russ-led team, with him being the best player in 2023, can still make the play-in like he did with Washington?
Yeah. Yeah, like, if he's, like, it's his show, like, he does it every night, like, yeah. D'Lo, no shot, bro. D'Lo's he's in the bottom, like, he's, I don't know, 13th, 14th, like, no chance.
There's no way. What kind of team is going to surround this guy? Because there's no way Russell Westbrook-led team, let's say it's in the Western Conference, they're not better than Dallas. They have to have the right team around them.
Easy06 says Austin Reeves or Terrence Mann. Look, I love Terrence Mann, but Austin Reeves is just better at basketball. Austin Reeves is really good. I mean, he is, bro. He was really good. Hooper. You already know says, guess they tanking for the 6th seed. I don't know about that, man. There's nothing to play with right now. You can't be tanking for the 6th seed or whatnot. Yeah, it would be great if we got the 6th seed at this point. I'd rather play Memphis or Sacramento for sure. But
what? Are you serious?
Then Phoenix, yes.
I would much rather play Phoenix.
Yeah, but you hate Sacramento. I mean, you love Sacramento. You think they're gonna go to the finals. So like,
no, I mean that's my bold take. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sacramento is the same team on the road and at home.
It's the playoffs, man.
Okay, Sacramento's a big time home stadium. It's always been. They were going crazy with the cowbells.
Facts.
So I don't see that being. And you guys did you guys create a scoring record against Sacramento?
Facts.
You don't want to do that for 6 games. It's too much for them. They're too young. Nobody. I don't know why the Lakers. I don't know what the hell Draymond's talking about. He wants to see that Sacramento. I would love to see when they get smacked.
That'd be cool. But the thing is, one possession or 1 or 2 possessions, we win that Sacramento game. Both Sacramento games.
Yes. Both of them.
So imagine if you play 6, 7 games like that.
I mean, bro, do you think Kawhi Leonard can be the best player in a series against them?
Yeah, I don't think Kawhi's playing 7 games like that. He's gonna.
He's played 7 games like that. He's played 4 games that are good enough that we can beat them.
I don't think he plays. I think he's gonna load manage himself.
Whoa.
Man said load management, bro.
In the playoffs?
Yes.
All right. Remy says, well, if he deserves, then he doesn't deserve to be here another year. Remy says, if we make at least the Western Conference Finals, do we run it back with Kawhi and PG? Don't think I want another year with the same core.
Ooh.
If we make it at least the conference finals, oh man, I'll let Deshaun go. By the way, who is this new person we have in here? Wassam Al-Mahdi. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm solid. How long you? Go ahead.
Yeah, go. What was the question?
I was gonna say, how long you been subscribed for? I want to get to know my subscribers. I asked Deshaun the same question.
Actually, just as soon as the Russ trade fell through.
Ah, so you're a Russ guy.
Dope.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, so wow.
My buddy, wherever I go, he go, or vice versa. But yeah, I'm kind of like just to provide a little bit of pushback. D'Lo never in his life has he ever been better than Russ. Not even this year, ever.
Ever. I like that.
You can't
do. What about last year? What about last year? Let's be honest about last year.
Last year didn't exist. Last year was like
you can't just do that, man. Come on. I like Russ. We can't do that. We can't do that.
Sure. I don't know what D'Lo did last year, but
you got to respect that, man.
He helped the Pim Rules make the playoffs. It's pretty rare for them, and he went off in the playing game against us.
That was all Pat Bev.
Stop. D'Lo's a good player.
He's good, but Russ is an all-time great. But I just want to say, like he had a 9-to-1 assist to turnover ratio today, and so I don't want to hear nothing about he had a bad pass late in the game when Norman Powell had 6. And
but who do we expect more from though? If you know what I'm saying, who do we expect more?
I think Russ is getting paid less though.
Not about Page. I think Russell Westbrook's better than him at basketball. Norman Powell. I think Westbrook's better than him.
He was by like 10.
Of course he was. I just think that's a tough. He does that stuff even in games where he has 5 turnovers. You feel me? We're not blaming him for the loss, but those are the type of turnovers that he gets criticism for and has throughout his career.
I
warranted criticism.
Yeah, I just think we're conditioned to now like kind of fixating on any turnover that he actually like executes and saying, "Oh, look how demoralizing that was." When you didn't see like Bones Highland for 3 consecutive possessions just chucking up shots and running through the paint not with no plan. You know, Kawhi slowing down the pace like extremely, just wanting to ISO every single time, not running anything through Batum or the other guys. It's just there's a lot of things that go on in the game when you focus on one turnover. It's a little bit unfair.
Bro, that was a
So you,
crucial turnover, bro.
They're all crucial turnovers, but there were like 3 minutes left in the game.
No, I think that there's some. I guess I always say some turnovers are just worth more than others. They don't show up in the stat sheet, but you give the ball. There's no need to throw that. That's a risky pass. We're down 3 and we got the momentum. We got paid for it. I'm not again though.
It's
Russ
true.
was the
It's been a
second
good
best
pass
player
at all.
tonight.
Hey, can I shoot some bail here to what's my guy's name? The Russell Westbrook fan, the Stan. You're a Russell Westbrook Stan. I love it.
No problem, bro.
Can we not blame Ty Lue for that? Because you're not supposed to have Westbrook in that. He just is what he is. He's a what do you call it? A gunslinger. He's a gunslinger.
You're saying Westbrook shouldn't close in front of a Westbrook fan? Well, let's hear the pushback there.
Westbrook fan.
Again, that's another narrative. Like Westbrook is a good closer. He's not like a.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
maybe the last. I mean, the facts are the facts. He's one of the clutchest players, both in percentage and in field goals made in the last like 10 years.
Yo, sports fans have like all these go-to words from their like the sports fan Bible. The clutchest player is crazy.
It's called numbers. It's called numbers. I think what's really crazy is that you focus on like the last year and a half or whatever of Russ's tenure with the Lakers, when half the time LeBron's not playing, the other half the time AD's not playing, and the only times he's ever missed the playoffs, regardless if he has another star with him or he's by himself, is when he's with the Lakers. So that had nothing to do with him, honestly. And if you want to blame coaching, yes, blame the coach for all of these different horrendous lineups. Blame the coach for having Plumlee out there when Valanciunas is just like grabbing. Valanciunas had 7 offensive rebounds and 5 defensive rebounds with Plumlee out there. Like that.
So
that's
what do you
terrible.
want to do? Go small? You want to go small?
What is it?
You want to go small instead?
No. I'm saying to communicate with the players. Let them box him out and try to get the rebounds a different way. They have him isolated right there with Valanciunas just fighting for the ball. And the guy's hopping over him every single time.
Hey, Russell Westbrook fan, what's your name?
Wassam.
Does Russell Westbrook do anything wrong ever in life?
Of course. Bro, like this is not me like just trying to defend him for every single thing he does. It's not true. It's just there are some players out there that get unfair criticism, and he's one of them.
He definitely gets a lot of unfair criticism.
It is polarizing. I want to get to the next guest there.
Yeah, G Hunt. Who is this G Huncho character?
Yo.
What's up, G Huncho?
Yo.
I also recently came to the Clippers. I am also a Russ fan, but
Oh my gosh.
Also,
yeah. Why else would you be a Clippers fan? I'm just kidding. Don't kick me off.
I have been following the Clippers for a few years as well.
So what do you feel about tonight's game, man?
Very frustrating, man. We needed this win. And now the Lakers game is all that important because now if the Lakers beat the Rockets and the Jazz, the Lakers and Clippers will have the exact same record. And then whoever wins is basically in the playoffs. Whoever loses is in the play-in. So that's like the most important game of the season because if they lose, they either versing the Grizzlies or the Nuggets.
Can we beat the Lakers, bro? Do y'all think we could beat the Lakers?
Nope.
We can.
Will we beat the Lakers?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not looking good.
At home, though.
What are you gonna do with
that's 55% minimum Laker fans. 55% minimum.
Jeez.
Dang.
Yeah.
Do you think Eric Gordon will make a difference as he missed tonight's game?
Just tonight's game, but not really. I mean, look, he's good some nights, he's not good some nights, but like it's not a real needle mover to me. Someone said you already know comments. Plumlee and Gordon needed more touches. Why does Mason need more touches?
Plumlee needed more touches?
Eric Gordon didn't even play tonight. Markel Scott, what's up, Markel? I haven't heard from you in a while. Says Kawhi has to be a better leader. He doesn't even want to be vocal. First of all, you're not. I agree with you, but you're not going to get Kawhi being more vocal. This is who he is. He's not a vocal leader. This is who he is.
What'd you expect, Markel? Markel Scott.
Sad, man.
We need to manage our expectations.
Zangerstein says tanking for the 6th seed seems highly risky. The 6 to 9. Yeah, I agree. Top Rivers, classic, says let's talk Lakers. Woo. All the Laker fans are getting excited, man. Ace Boogie says D'Lo, Vando, Rui, Beasley, Reeves, and Bamba are greater than Powell, Zubats, Russ, Batum, Rocco, and Mann.
Agree.
Any pushback there, guys?
You gotta put Bones on there too, though, bro. Bones is up and
Beasley isn't that good. Bamba is injured.
But Bamba's is not that good. Sheck West made him famous.
You know why I gotta go Clippers?
Yeah.
Imagine AD with Zubac.
Exactly.
Oof, that would be terrorizing at the rim, man. AD just coming as the help side. Oh man.
Yeah. I gotta go just off that alone. I gotta go with the Clippers.
But I'm not gonna lie though, man. I like when AD plays the 5 though, because offensively he gets more aggressive. When he plays with his 5 that just sits at the rim, he stands behind the foul line. I don't like that.
Okay, but it's still AD with a 5 there. Remember,
defensively it's ridiculous, but offensively I like the AD.
One of the worst things that could have ever happened to AD was on the Pelicans when DeMarcus Cousins got hurt. That was an incredible run that they had. They were very scary. And he got hurt.
Wasn't he? But he was playing the 5 though. He was playing the 5 though.
Great point. Great counter.
With Mirotic at the 4. That was a fun playoffs. With not really a fun playoffs. That was a good series though. They just wiped the shit out. Rondo went crazy.
Oh my!
Rondo went crazy.
Classic.
David Lewis says, "I like the way AD been playing. He destroyed everyone the other night. Yeah, dude, he was destroying Karl Anthony Towns, who might be the most frustrating player in the league, in my opinion. Like just watching him play.
Oh, you know how I feel about him.
Bro, he faces up at the 3-point line against guys that are like good, quick, like lateral defenders, even though he has post game, and I saw him do it in Kentucky.
Does he go left? Man. Does he go left and finish left?
No, every time he goes left, he tries to get the foul and throw that bullshit up there, like Norman Powell does.
Listen, I'm Dominican, guys, by the way.
He's the most frustrating player.
Karl Anthony Towns has the weakest, like, if you're going to get, like, drawing contact face. Like, somebody's face and just, why does he make that face? You have to do some push-ups, man. Bro, I'm sorry.
Heaven Sent. Oh, wow. What's up, Heaven Sent? You can get up here if you want to. I think that's her. D'Lo pick and roll operation mixed with the spacing he would provide for Kawhi and PG is a plus. Him and Austin. Yeah, I feel that, especially Austin Reeves.
Hey, I would take D'Lo over Russ on the team. Respectively.
The thing is, though, here's my only counter to that. D'Lo is a contested, like mid-range and like jump shooter guy, and that's what we have a bunch of. We wanted a guy that's a little bit faster that can get to the rim, and that's what Russ has done a better job of.
Better playmaker.
And you want someone durable too. Like if both of those stars go out, what is D'Lo doing for you? If you don't have any,
he's not durable either. What do you think about that?
I don't know, man. You can shoot threes. That's important.
I feel you, but Russ does a lot more than. I know people hold that against him, but I think he does a lot of like. D'Lo's not giving you the effort on the glass. Yeah. Defensively, D'Lo's not been terrible so far for the Lakers at all. But
D'Lo's shots not falling. What is he doing?
I still think he's a decent passer in the pick and roll.
He's a real disappointment for me coming out. He's one of those guys that I really missed on during like the summer leagues. He really impressed me. He looked like a superstar to me, and he's just inconsistent. And one of these guys, I think he doesn't put the work in. Truly believe that.
Who, D'Lo?
Yeah.
Interesting. So you already know says rather play the Kings without PG. Easy. 4-0. Relax. Stack.Chi says Kings don't have any playoff experience. I'd rather the Clips play Sac than Phoenix in first round. Ace Boogie says, Dime, are you still a believer or do you think the season is cooked? Bro, I've thought this shit was cooked since we lost to the Warriors by like 20. I've been saying that. Pose on Theory says Russ fans are interesting. You already know says Clippers versus Kings.
You gotta play that meme. Huh, interesting. The Russ one.
Oh, I gotta get some. Right. Can we play that? That's dope.
You gotta add them to the video clips. That's on you, Fabian. You're the guy behind the scenes on this operation.
Oh Jesus.
Ace Boogie says people standing for Russ in 2023 is an interesting choice. Why would they stop if they love the guy though? Why would they end up supporting him for that long? Why would they not like him as much?
I didn't realize saying something was interesting was such a how you say that? It was a very sarcastic remark. I've been saying interesting my whole life, and I have been sarcastic with it, but I don't know other people caught on to this. By the way, he's trying to diss you guys. West Ham, are you not gonna defend yourself?
Ooh, what if I did that to you guys? Did that
I
make you
didn't think it
feel
was
bad?
a diss. I don't really care about that.
Okay.
We're used to it, bro. It's all good. We got tough skin. We're not like Durant fans.
Whoa.
Ooh, I love that. No, actually, I'm for that. Well, I'm just playing with these layouts right now.
Yo, I have a custom layout that's crazy. That's the one. I customized
You like this?
that.
The 5-guy one, but come on, brother.
I
Oh,
customized
sorry,
that.
guys. No, let's try this one. There we go. That's better. It's my show, damn it.
I guess so.
I'm fucking around. I'm just fucking around. Shaz said, did D'Lo not lead the Nets to the playoffs as the guy, or did that not happen? Ooh.
There you go.
Okay, but we can
As
bring
the
that-
guy.
Listen though,
There you
if we're going to the past though, guys, like D'Lo gets smoked in this argument against Russ. Like, let's stop that.
And are we same D'Lo that went to Golden State and did what?
Nothing.
What was that guy's name? Or the person's name?
Shaz.
Hey, Shaz. Reply to that. What happened in Golden State, brother?
Remy says Kings are going to be hungry and ready to show out for their first playoff appearance in a decade, especially at home. They're going to be tough.
It reminds me of that what year was it? Like I think it was like 07, the Golden State Warriors with Monte Ellis and Baron Davis.
2007. We believe.
That's what the Kings reminds me of right now.
Yeah.
Bro,
It's
It's
a bunch
that kind
of
of
athletic
if we
dudes.
get Phoenix in the first round, we're getting clapped. Like,
Phoenix is not. I think.
That's
I think
anybody
we're
though. That's
I think we're
literally
still
anybody.
winning two. I think we're still winning 2 games,
okay,
at least.
Versus Phoenix.
maybe. I get 2 games.
Nah, I don't think so. I think it's a sweep.
Whoa. No. Kawhi's
Way
not getting
too
swept.
far.
Kawhi's not getting swept.
Like Kevin
Right.
can match Kawhi point for point, easy.
Yeah, but we got other players.
Yeah.
It's not just him. They're gonna have some nights where they hit threes and stuff. Christopher Lowman says he just laughed. Pose on 30 says now that's a take. Which one are you referring to? It's been 11 minutes since that. Someone said Westbrook is a good closer. She
Bro, y'all
dead
gotta
emojis.
stop it, bro.
Go look at the clutch stats, man.
This man.
But the thing is,
That's
okay,
not
but with these clutch stats that it's not just you guys that do this. This other stands by those things. LeBron is more clutch than MJ. You'd rather have LeBron close the last 5 minutes of a game than Michael Jordan?
Bro, honestly,
Field goal
like
percentage?
if
Because the field goal percentage is better.
if we have
What
a-
about all
if
the
we-
shots he doesn't take? What
if
about
we have a-
turnovers at the end?
Yeah, that's a
Go
good
ahead.
point too. You have to look at that as well. But I'm saying if this, because everything else is subjective. The eye test, what you feel, or what you think you remember from the past or the glory days of these players is subjective. If there are actually, solid stats that show that this person with everything taken into account is more clutch than player B, I'll accept it.
What's your definition
my-
of clutch then? What's your definition of clutch?
Like in time frame or just.
I guess so. Whatever you think that is. Let's start with the four. We're
Well,
talking fourth quarters.
It's within 5 games with how they define it. It's within 5 points, 2 minutes or less, right?
Right.
I say that's fair. Yeah.
So let me ask you. Go ahead.
I agree with that.
No, let me ask you a question. If a team is up by 4 with 30 seconds left in the game, and they're not playing defense, letting you get a quick 2 so you can play the foul game, and the game is within 4 points because that qualifies as your clutch field goal percentage.
Yep.
It's not a clutch shot. They're letting you fucking score. You feel me? That's why I say that shit is not always this factor, this and that. And that's why shit gets me mad. Because when I'm watching the games, I'm going to stand on what I remember. And I love Westbrook. I'll defend him. I think he's been big, but I also think he's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you win or lose.
Yeah,
that's a
but
fact.
Usually with these skewed statistics, you'll see players up there that should not belong up there. Like when you look at like box plus minus and all this crap, you'll look at players that are not like nowhere near the Hall of Fame and they're like right under MJ. But with the clutch stats, it's literally everybody up there is known for being clutch, known for like being able to finish.
They're mostly great players, though. Great players are going to have these good moments. Like I think Paul George has had a lot of clutch moments. But if you're telling me I really, really trust the guy, big moments in deep rounds in the playoffs,
Bro,
I don't trust
Nah,
him.
nah, he
Why
shoots
you
like
gonna say
20%
nah
in
for Paul?
elimination
Wait,
games, bro.
How you gonna say nah for Paul, but then you gonna say, oh yeah, Russ the clutchest ever, bro.
because that's what do you know what Paul George shoots in elimination games?
You just told us 20%.
Like around 20%, bro. That's not clutch.
Raw World says, get these Russ fans out of here. How do I go on the live? No, I'm going to rock with you guys for a little bit. It makes it a little bit fun. I'm actually having fun with this. It's not a Twitter space. It's a little bit funnier to me. It's my own platform. So It's funny. David Lewis is Russ fans finna take over. Zangerstein says Russ is great in the first half, but as the game goes towards the end, his presence was hardly felt.
It's funny he says that.
I agree. Though.
He scored 19 points in the first half. They built a 12-point lead today, right? Against the Pelicans.
Today was that. No, there's been a couple of games since he's been on the Clippers that he's had a good first half and a bad second half. There's no doubt about that.
No, but that's just what he is. Like, I don't.
Not every game.
No,
he played amazing the other night.
Right, but we can't see clutch. To me, you have clutch performances where you might guys be on a 2 or 3 game losing streak, so you need a clutch performance to end the losing streak. You guys are just aware of the moment. It's not a subjective thing. It's not really subjective. It is pretty objective. We need to win. We need this moment. We need to seize the moment. All that stuff is not just it's not hearsay. It's not a movie script. It's real. So I think, again, a lot of times West Ham, but the stand-them gets in the way. Even the stand-them for a team. But we have to be objective about these moments. So the difference between Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook totally has to do with skill set. Part of the reason why Westbrook can't be clutch can't be clutch is because he does lack that skill set, that mid-range shooting, like a Kevin Durant who can shoot over anything.
I don't know. I mean, his not like Kevin Durant, of course not. But he used to have a good. Russ used to be pretty good for mid-range.
Bro. Kevin Durant, you said, "Oh, I don't know."
Is this the Sean that's
talking? No. You misunderstood me. No, I said, yeah, of course. You put anybody's mid-range against Kevin Durant, aside from like Jordan and Kawhi. Maybe they're on the same level or whatever. But I'm saying Russ's mid-range back in the day was pretty lethal.
No,
he used to shoot it at a high clip.
It was never lethal.
It was pretty good though, man.
He was shooting it like around like, what was it, 47% from mid-range.
I don't remember him. Do you remember him hitting? Go ahead.
No, I was a big-time Russell Westbrook fan, and it was him versus Derrick Rose. The biggest difference between them both is Derrick Rose got better every single year because neither one of them played defense.
You don't think Russ up until about
Russ was a good defender, bro?
You gotta stop. This man has to be stopped.
No, what do you mean? He was. He came out of college as a defensive stopper in UCLA.
He's right about that. He was decent, man, defensively.
Every single one of his teams in OKC were in the top in terms of defense.
Because of him, not because he had.
No, I mean, not simply because of him. Oh, even in 2016 when he didn't have Serge.
He's okay.
Yeah, he had Andre Robertson, but he was part of that team.
2016? I thought it was the next year they traded Serge.
But
he
didn't have Ibaka in 2016.
Robertson. Who else they had, bro? They
had Victor Oladipo. They had.
You're talking about 17, right?
16, 17, yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Westbrook's biggest problem was that he overplays. That like Michael Jordan used to overplay a lot, also. But he was Jordan. He would lock people down. And he was ahead of his time. Russell Westbrook was in a different time period where he's dealing with way more athletic point guards. So he took too many chances. That's just who he was. Derrick Rose played absolutely no defense. And look at John Moran, all these other guys.
He wasn't terrible that 2011 season, though, man.
He was hard. Listen, you're not.
No, he wasn't.
I don't want to argue with you guys about what good defense should be from these guys who are super athletes. They're super athletes, and they did not D up. I saw it with my own eyes. You ain't convincing me, Don.
Why are they? Was he a liability? They were one of the best defenses. The Bulls were an amazing defense. I'm not obviously he was the weakest one of the 5, but he was. I saw him have games where he was locked in.
And yes, he was a liability. Because they would rotate and go to him. LeBron is posting them up. D-Wade is posting them up. They're all posting them. He's a liability.
Yeah, but that's like every small point guard, bro. I
got to go back and watch those series then, man, because I remember he got shut down in crunch time, and that was like LeBron's best on-ball defensive moment of his career was those at the end of the game against Rose.
Right. But so that's like every small point guard. So we're
what saying was the point of this, by the way? What were we talking about?
That they're super athletic guards who don't play defense that greatly. Like, why is Chris Paul better than Russell Westbrook?
No, Chris was definitely a better defender.
All world.
Yeah, Chris Paul is one of the best defenders at his size.
Deron Williams was.
But he would still get picked out and isolated.
Yeah,
Russ was look no further than the 2014 series. Russ just blew by him for fun, dude. That was bad every time. That was bad. JHC213 says, Dime, you should do this more often. I love to talk hoops with you. I actually have my own podcast called Bucket Discussions. Damn, man. Put the link in there. And also, you could have come up. I sent the link. Hepatitis See You Later says, Clippers always play good versus my Lakers. They'll probably win. I don't know, man. This is slightly different Lakers. But that is true. We haven't lost in the Ty Lue era though, which makes me a little nervous that like maybe this one is the time. Like it feels so perfect timing for the Lakers to beat us.
Yeah, we finna lose. AD and Bron.
Lakers coming up. Lakers on a back-to-back at least.
You coming from down under? G Huncho?
Yeah.
How's life out there, man? I've always wanted to go.
It's pretty hot right now. It's like 5 p.m.
Keep in mind we don't have PG for the first time, probably, right? Did we play them before without Paul George?
We had to have, but I don't know. Last year the Reggie Skip game we didn't have Paul George. But they didn't have. I don't think they had LeBron. David Lewis says Clippers better come play against the Lakers because the Lakers defense will make you feel them. Yeah. Prophetic People says Zubac sucks though. Get the fuck out of here. Says he'll never get you guys 20 points. He literally had like a 30 and 20 game. 20 was it 31 and 29 this season?
Oh yeah, I thought it was 30 and 30.
Zubac is nice, man. People sleep on Zoo.
Prophetic People is probably a Russell Westbrook fan.
I don't know. Pose on Theory says AD plus Boogie were terrifying. Were they? They were like a 500 team. Ace Boogie says nobody on the Clippers can guard like Vando, and D'Lo is better than Russ. You said the same thing again. Markel Scott says, I said he don't have to be vocal, needs to lead by example. I agree with that. I
think he does, though. Like, we not doing Kawhi slander.
Last night, what was that?
What you mean?
He didn't play.
You said because he didn't play? He didn't finish the game?
He checked out in the middle of the game, bro.
I think that's medical staff, no?
Yeah, but there's got to be some game where he has to have some pushback at some point, right?
There's no medical condition. He played the next game. He played 41 minutes today, bro. It's not a medical staff. It's just him being scared. Yeah. Why can't he play back-to-backs? He's fully healthy. He's absolutely fully healthy. There's nothing wrong with him.
Bro, he's done this his whole career. It's the medical staff thing. Like, this is just what he does. Like, he has.
Right, he's a baby. That's what it is. He doesn't want to do his job.
Nah, bro. Nah, we not doing that, bro. I will start going off on Russ before we start talking about Kawhi.
Bro, Deshaun,
if it's warranted, if it's justified, go ahead. But
alert.
Part of your job is to play.
We gotta have to. We questioned the Russ, Stan. We got a question here. You said you've been a Clipper fan for 4 years. Did Kawhi bring you here?
What, Kawhi? Yeah.
So you're a Kawhi guy.
I'm not going front. No. You know what it really was?
I'll let you guys battle it out. At the end of the day, both of them could leave. I'll still be here.
You know what it really was? It really was PG. It really was PG.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
but PG and Kawhi say that both like that it was like perfect storm.
Kawhi guy, Kawhi fan.
Yeah.
Kawhi. And he's a PG fan.
He's a PG fan.
Yeah,
you have to admit though.
We can talk about PG. PG pissed me off, but Kawhi, no slander, bro. We not.
But there has to be slander because Russell Westbrook is a machine. He plays every game. Like we can't doubt him for that. Like Kawhi, this does look funny.
What's our record with Russ? All right, there you go.
8-9. But all right, but yeah, that's fair. and we talked about how he should be managed at the end of the game. But at the same time, for Kawhi to sit out a second half and then play the next night on a back-to-back 41 minutes is insane.
Yeah, man. I don't know, bro. I feel like there's something behind the scenes we're not seeing, like as far as like I don't know, coaching staff or medical staff. Somebody's pulling straight.
It's not medical. You see him play, right? You see him play. Like, does he look injured? Does he look like he's grimacing? He's totally fine. They just want to do this whole thing where.
Tell him, bro. Like he's done this his whole career. This ain't like
not his whole career, just since
not
Toronto.
Really.
And what happened? He got a chip. So what are we?
Because he's scared. Ever since the whole when he got his first injury against the Warriors, he's just scared of playing back-to-backs. It's not because there's an actual tangible reason for it. He just doesn't want to risk it. When risk is part of the game.
I don't know, bro. When you get injured that much, it's smart, bro. You got to be smart. It's about the Larry O'B, bro. It don't matter.
Okay, but listen though, Deshaun. What if we don't win this year? Then what was all this for? This is like not right. This doesn't help build chemistry. It's not right to the fans. This isn't fun. Like this isn't fun. Having Kawhi in the regular season.
We might not even be in this position if he played back-to-backs. Like look at the losses that they've had. We might have a better record.
Listen though, but here's the thing. I'll only defend Kawhi the back-to-backs on this. We knew what we signed up for when we got him with that particular thing. But there's like the game against, I forget who it was against a couple weeks ago. It wasn't even a back-to-back. I remember I kept saying that we didn't have a back-to-back the entire month of February or March.
Against the Magic. Against the Magic, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, what the fuck was that? We lost. Like you can't be losing to the Magic.
I remember that.
And of course, Paul George. Of course, Paul George is at fault to some degree too, and Russ and whatnot. But like, if Kawhi plays, we win that game with ease. Like, that's the type of shit I'm talking about. Like, and then the Minnesota game where Ty Lue waved the white flag against Denver, and then we didn't play either him or Paul George. Like, this is not what wins championships. This formula does not. This is way more extreme than anything he did in Toronto. In Toronto, he played 60 games. If we got 60 games, it would make a difference.
Asking for 60 games, right?
That's still coddling him 60 games. Come on, are you missing like a fourth of the season?
I know, bro, but see, that's the crazy part, right? That's the standard. Like, that's a problem in itself, right? If you think that's a problem in itself, I'm not gonna push back on that, because I used to think that 60 games was a lot for CP and Blake, and now it's like I want him to play that number. Do you feel that? That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
But let's read these comments before we continue. Markel Scott says, I said he don't have to be vocal. He needs to lead by example. Oh, no, that's what got us into that conversation. Mork Blue says, I don't think Kawhi being more talkative is a problem. The problem is him not starting off games aggressively, scoring-wise. Daniel Escobedo says, El medical staff, as it is the only reason we're in this place. Okay, no, it's not the only reason, man. No way. We got
he's being sarcastic.
The players and Tyler. No, he's not being sarcastic. The medical staff definitely, I mean, they have to be questioned big, but, I mean, the coaching staff and the players as well. Come on. Pose on Theory says Austin Reeves would be amazing on the Clippers. I think Austin Reeves would be good in just about any place. Daniel says, when people are on the floor, we are them. What the fuck does that mean?
What was that? That was poetic.
You're talking in riddles.
Yeah.
Prophetic People says, come on, you guys are capping. We had Russ. Yeah, and he's been a different player here than he's been with the Lakers. Easy 06 says, I take D'Lo's IQ over Russ. I mean, I can see where
you're go look at Minnesota.
The IQ thing.
This is a streaky player, man.
Hepatitis C later says, D'Lo, much smarter player. He never makes bonehead plays. With Russ, you never know what you're going to get. I will say D'Lo doesn't seem to have as costly of mistakes.
But he's not in that position. He's hardly ever in that position to be making those decisions.
Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. But this year we're gonna see it in the play and play. Like, those games are gonna mean a lot for the Lakers. Like, you're gonna have the magnifying glass on him now.
Someone said
I mean, like, again, 2 years ago, it was not even 2 years ago, Russ put up like 26, 16, and 16 for an entire month and got the Wizards in the playoffs. Nobody was calling him bonehead then.
Yeah, nobody was watching them games either, fam.
But those are regular season games. So, you know, these are the playoffs.
And into those were playing games too, against the Pacers and against the Hornets.
Yeah, what happened in that playing game?
No, they
destroyed them. They
just beat the Hornets and lost to the Celtics.
Yeah, they intentionally lost to the Celtics.
No, I swear the last.
No, they wanted the Nets, bro.
With the Wizards.
No, they did not want the Nets.
Yes, Nobody wanted the Nets.
Russ had that. Remember, y'all remember Russ had that play where he had the ball and he like dribbled it off his leg or something like that, and it went out of bounds. Y'all remember that playing game?
Oh yeah, remember Magic Johnson did the same thing? Or
no.
What are you talking about?
Oh my goodness, please.
Bro, calm down, bro.
Come on.
What are you talking? That play. Everybody makes plays like that.
Yeah, but Magic Johnson, like, it's a little different.
That
was his one. What are you talking about against Boston? That was his one horrendous moment of his career, and he had already won 2 chips before that. Like,
I'm not comparing Russ to Magic. Okay. I'm not stupid. I'm just saying.
Okay, but that's not. But to Sean's point though. No. I understand what he's saying, that everybody has those moments, but it's not. If that was his only moment, or this was just a rare thing, then he would never be saying this. You know what I'm saying? I just got to keep it as the guy that's the middleman who's not a fan of either of these guys. In fact, I low key like Russ more. Honestly, just because I go back with Russ, you know, UCLA, like, I've met the guy once, like, but I don't know. Kawhi's a beast too. I like watching him play. Love watching him play, but
that's
by the way, this is a lie. Go ahead.
That's the type of stuff we're talking about with Russ, bro. Like, bouncing the ball off your leg. You know what I mean? Not communicating on defense, or just having the defensive lapse, turning the ball over late in the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. That's his like MO.
Not really, bro. That's all Lakers propaganda, man. I don't know what you thought. You've been watching too much First Take.
I'm not gonna lie.
Too much Skip Bayless.
All you guys, Russ fans, you say that, like, it's funny. I know what LeBron fans say. Like, I have them studied to a T. They use the same old shit. But I've seen what Russ fans say. Now, you guys, it's literally like you're reading off the same like Reddit thread or something. Like you're just like every time someone tells you, guys, you watching too much Skip Bayless propaganda, First Take, Undisputed. Like it's every single one of you guys says the
honestly,
same
I've
thing,
never
bro.
heard anyone say that before. But that's
listen.
if that's
When
your
you
experience,
said
that's your experience.
when you said the Wizards thing about Russ and said nobody was calling him a bonehead. Dude, people have been calling him a bonehead since the finals against the Heat, since Magic went on TV and said it to everybody.
And that's a talking point from the Russ haters, because Magic, like the next year, I think, said this is one of the greatest performances I've ever seen from a point guard. Do you remember that or no?
Which game? 2013 season, but which game?
When he had 43.
No, I think it was like 2015 or something like that. But Magic Johnson like spoke highly of him, glowingly.
Yeah, but why do you think that is? Because he got back.
He's got better.
Listen.
All right then. So it's not his MO if he's having those types of stretches.
No, but okay. Listen, I haven't had to defend Russell Westbrook. I had to defend him in school as a kid, like growing up all the time with all these KD fans saying he made the team worse. You know what I'm saying? Like he's been getting criticized for his decision making since the beginning. His first criticism was he doesn't give the ball to KD when it counts. I remember everybody used to say that shit.
Yep.
Do you guys remember those conversations? I used to remember that all the time. Like he didn't give the ball to the best player.
Even though the series against OKC, the series against Golden State really wasn't his fault though. Like people.
Well, I think him and KD both sucked.
Yeah, they both.
In the end, they both blew it. Roberson, I know, was hurting the spacing, but come on, you still took a 3-1 lead with bro.
He's also he's been miscasted. Like he's not a true point guard. He needs to be what he's doing now. Like he's just
It depends what you consider. That goes back to the conversation of what a true point guard is. I mean, as far as making guys better, in my opinion, and being a good passer, Russ checks off.
He's unique. He's unique. He's like in that Iverson area, but he's a better passer.
Iverson is not a point guard. Russell Westbrook is not a better passer.
He's a better passer than Allen Iverson?
Yeah, he's not. No, he's not.
That's absurd. So? That's absurd. He's led the league in assists 3 times. He's led the league in assists 3 times, bro.
Hey, Russ, I'm not gonna lie though, Fabian. I will say this. I gotta play devil's advocate for a sec. I only caught the end of Iverson's like prime. I gotta go like watch the film of 01 and all that like intensely. But Russ being on your team, like you really get to see how good of a passer he really is. Like he's the second best passer that I've seen in my time as a Clipper fan. But he's really impressive.
Look what he did. Look what he did with Steven Adams and Robin Lopez, bro. Like Steven Adams, you hardly ever talk about him.
I think. Listen, let me just play devil's advocate. Wasn't the biggest criticism of Iverson that he wasn't a willing passer, like and all that? Like, yeah, Russ can take some bad shots. But he's Paul George, Kevin Durant, all these guys have had their best seasons with Russ. Even LeBron, who doesn't really play well with Russ, it's a weird fit because they both like to control pace and all that, survey the D. He still averaged 30 points with him. Beal had good. Yeah, go ahead.
But my thing isn't going to be about like John Morant isn't. He's not a better passer than John Morant.
He's absolutely a better passer than John Morant. What are you talking about? John Morant does the pick and roll. That's about it.
No,
John Morant's
he's not.
No.
John Morant.
You're talking about a guy who's led the league in assists 3 times, man. 3 times.
I see your issue now. You are a stat guy.
But most stands are stats
numbers.
You guys realize this?
What do you want me to be?
Because,
like how else would you measure? How else would you measure a good passer?
Not by assists. I can tell you that because
assists or not. Every home fan base they attest to every stat how they want to sometimes. This is the known.
So here's how you do it. This is how you know when stats are actually reflective of what a player is. Name the best passers in NBA history: Magic Johnson, John Stockton, Isaiah Thomas, Chris Paul.
John Stockton is not on that list. He's not even top 20.
He's not. He's not. Look at this. Look at the lengths they go to. Look at the lengths.
John Stockton's a great passer. You're tripping.
Again, hold on. Just because
you're talking about passing as in like flashiness, you want to put Larry Bird up there as one of the greatest passers?
Yeah, Larry Bird is definitely one of the greatest
better
passers.
passer than John Stockton.
You think so?
You know why?
I gotta watch more.
You know why?
That's debatable.
I'm trying to show you something. You know why he's a better passer?
Because he throws it over his head.
No, because he's taller. Like Joker, like Trae Young. No, listen. You think Russell Westbrook could pass like Trae Young?
They're around the same. They're on the same passing ability.
Maybe not with
they're on the same passing.
Not with his offhand, but it's not that crazy as you're making it, Fabian.
Listen. You guys need to watch. Listen, Trae Young. The only reason why he's not on another level is because he's short. You can't rely on Like Russell Westbrook, you'd rather him pass because he can get to more spots on the court. That's just a fact. Joker's a great passer partially because he's 7 feet tall. You'd rather him make those passes than someone who's 6 feet. That's just a fact.
Yeah. So now you're saying that a person who's smaller can't be a great passer?
That's not what I said. What I said was that I just said Trae Young is a great passer, but he can't be as great.
Yeah, but we're not okay. But you're still saying Trae Young is a good passer given his, like, I guess, pound for pound or foot for foot.
No, Trae Young is a great passer because when you click YouTube and you watch him pass the ball, it's amazing.
Really? Then I can tell you the same thing. You can go and look up some Russ highlights and see him passing amazing dimes.
Definitely.
All right. So my point is proven then.
No, I'm saying I already gave in that he's a good passer. But what I'm saying is that he's not a pass first mentality. He doesn't have that mentality. So he's not a great point guard. That's a different discussion. No, it's not. That's how I started the discussion. I said he's not a great point guard. You said, of course, he can play.
I never said that. You didn't even bring up the word point guard. We're just talking about passing ability. No,
that's a good debate. Hey, Emmanuel Quickly or Russ, bro? I don't know, bro.
Right today, Emmanuel Quickly.
Come on, man. I think nah. I think Russ is better than
blasphemy. I'm trying to do my Stephen A.
Better, I'm saying, for the team, bro, for the Clippers.
Yeah, Emmanuel
right
Quickly.
now.
He's on the come up. I love Emmanuel. I'm a
Wait, what'd you say, Fabian?
Right now, Emmanuel Quickly. Are you kidding me, Dom? Yo, what's the Kawhi fan's name?
He's better than Russ?
Yes. Dom, if he was on the Clippers right now, they'd be scary.
Come
Emmanuel
on,
Quickly, defensively, he's another level right now. We need him to start.
Damn.
I've been telling
he did play well defensively in that game I watched, I will say.
I don't know so much about him.
I'm a Knicks fan. Emmanuel Quickly's been
my condolences.
Hey, watch your mouth. What fan are you? You don't even have a team.
Hey, I'm from Brooklyn. I probably live right next to you, or I used to live right next to you.
First of all,
you said you're Dominican, right?
It's very scary. This guy's great. Whoa, West Ham. Watch your mouth. You're very scary right now. But my point is, anyway, Emmanuel Quickly, I've been saying for how long, Dom, he should be starting? The last 3 months. Bench RJ Barrett. I've been told you that, and you laughed at me. Your whole fan base laughed at me, and what happened now? He should be on the bench. Anyway, Emmanuel Quickly should start. He is that good, Dom. Defensively, he's active.
You know what I'm saying?
You would love him.
Hey, I feel you on that. If he's been as good defensive as you say, then maybe he would be better. Man, Sammy Slam says, are EG and Morris going to be available for the Lakers? I don't know about EJ. Guys, Senior is not he's not coming.
No one cares.
Senior's not guys. He got mad. I don't think he's coming back. What they told you is bullshit.
He has pink eye. Just say he has pink eye.
Yasa
highly contagious.
What'd you say?
I said just say he has pink eye. Highly contagious.
Aslan Ilya Yasa says, yet another Clippers losing streak. I just realized my girl never loved me. May Allah help me. Man, I'm sorry about that, man.
I mean.
Yeah, there's always I'm gonna have to bust that. Go ahead, Fabian.
That guy was lying about D'Angelo Russell being an all-star in Golden State.
Yeah, that was bullshit. Yeah, I was gonna say that. But listen, we don't want to be insensitive here. What would I say to that? I gotta use the cliches, my friend. There's plenty of other fish in the sea. You
gotta find a girl that loves you like bro loves
for you.
Yeah. Whoa. Listen. I give love advice here, brother. First of all,
you're the only married man probably in this whole thing. Is Sean you married?
I'm married.
You guys married too? Damn.
Yeah.
He's from Brooklyn. He's in New York. You see, he knows the deal. Hey, what's your name? Asian Illa Yasa. Go get to know yourself first. Get to know yourself first, and go try to talk to the next 20 girls you see in the street.
No, he's Muslim. He's Muslim. Go to your parents. Tell them find you a nice traditional girl. Sit down. Commit to her, and start from there. Because these girls are not loyal these days. Once you pay that dowry, and it becomes official, she's yours.
I don't want to get super religious, but don't they get like 20 wives or something like that?
Nah, bro. No. in Islam,
not for all. I heard it something like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, because you guys are always talking without facts and feelings and what you heard and rumors and.
What's the stats?
Oh my God!
Let's look this up. You know what? Google's my friend.
Stats.
Joker Darko says, "I hate our medical staff. We need to maximize Terrence Mann's minutes." Yeah, I feel that. Nick Pillow says, "Ever since that Spurs exit, Kawhi ain't been the same." I don't know what that means. You talking about the shadiness? I feel you on that. If that's what you're talking about, but if you're talking about his game, I mean, he's been a beast. Sammy Slam 1 says 8 and 10 with Russ, but no Kawhi in 3, no PG in 3, and no Kawhi and PG in 1. Yeah.
Thank you for some perspective.
Evan Sen said, "Not you diagnosing Kawhi by watching him on television." I don't know. Heaven sent.
Who was
What do you? He looked injured to you? We can't be playing devil's advocate for this guy so much. He looked injured to you?
He scored
was not
40
fucking
points.
injured.
He scored 40 points. He was calling
All
for the
ball?
ball every possession.
Is
No,
you,
that's me.
Fabian?
That's me. Yeah, no, Adam.
Why we not? It's just an echo in there. This new guy's in here. Hey, Daniel Higgins. I feel like I've seen that name before.
What's up?
What's up, man? You've been subscribed for a little while, huh? Or are you a Russ guy too?
No, I'm a LeBron Laker guy. I just came to bring some perspective into this.
Get him out of
God. LeBron guy? How long have you been subscribed to me? I don't understand how you even like me if you're a LeBron guy.
Because I
His name
got
is
into
horrible.
you when I saw your Clippers meltdown, but then I've actually liked watching the Clippers. Like, you guys were a fun team to watch last year because we were a train wreck. So had to watch some LA team.
Feel you on that. Okay. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Before we continue, I need to respond to this nonsense. Heaven Sen said Kawhi played back-to-back in 2021. We need to stop with that. He did in the beginning, then he got re-injured, and then he got rested at the end of the season. So then he couldn't handle it. His body couldn't handle it. There's a reason why he's sitting. He can't do it.
All right,
Clearly,
so
it seems.
if he can't handle it, then you agree that he should be low managing.
On back-to-backs, sure.
Okay.
But the non-back-to-back is where I have issue. Like the game against Orlando, and like if you're gonna play the back-to-back, you're gonna play them both games. You're not doing the one half. That's so weird.
Why can't you just be on like minutes restriction? Whatever happened to that?
Why can't you just be like us? Why can't you just play every game? Yeah,
I think that
we don't want to put too many standards on him. Like that's unattainable.
I think the minutes restriction thing can kind of mess with rotations, you know.
But not having him there at all, it won't.
I mean, here's the thing: if we were more organized and had like a set rotation without him, and then a set one with him, that would help. But he never did that. There was no organization. There was no real like. It was just like, I'm tinker around and fuck around for 80 games. And
what does Lou even do, bro? Like, I'm really like genuinely honest, bro. Like, I don't even know what he does.
He's a scientist. He experiments. He loves experiments.
Can we add the? Are we gonna watch Trae Young highlights yet or no?
Hell no.
Aslan Ilya Yasa says, "Will you put these lives on Spotify? I would love to listen to these too." No, I will not. Sammy Slam says,
they love us. Wow, Dom, why would you hate on your crew like this? Look, we made friends. West Ham, the Kawhi lover.
57 minutes.
G Huncho.
This is good for YouTube. Sammy Slam says, y'all tripping. One game away from the Western Conference Finals and a Western Conference Finals appearance because of the Kawhi PG duo. The best strengths in CP3 and Glenn Rivers.
I agree with that, bro. I agree with that.
Kawhi, so what are we saying? Well, then what's this season been?
Hold on. Can we watch this Trae Young highlight real quick?
Oh, we can watch rough highlights too. It'd be great.
We will. Look. Can you guys see this?
Yeah, that's interesting that you're doing this.
It's got to be flashy, huh?
What are we doing here?
We're watching.
The important element of that is, does it affect how he
plays
wrestling?
No.
Clean. I ain't gonna lie.
He can't do a skip pass to the corner. Come on,
no, not like that.
Tonight.
Not looking over his shoulder like this. Look, he doesn't do that ever. Are you kidding me?
He put a little more flair on it, but Russ is still getting that pass there at the end. That's minimal if you're going with that.
Watching. We got more highlights, kids. He could do that. Russ can do that easily.
He does that on the regular. Someone said Kawhi playing 60 games sounds unbelievable. Christopher Lohman says it's not that he's scared playing. I believe Kawhi do have a degenerative knee issue, and in order to extend his elite years, he doesn't play back to back. So what the fuck was last night? Then don't play at all.
Don, you don't think if
people believe in God and fairies. How do you believe in a diagnosis? Like they should have like an actual medical report. I believe he has a degenerative knee. Like
no, he does have a degenerative knee.
Look at you.
Apparently,
when was that ever diagnosed?
You think they're gonna share that?
Degenerative knee? No, they used to think that he has some kind of what is it? A nerve issue in his thigh, I think.
Quad. It was listed as quad tendinopathy, but no, dude. Apparently, one of the people somebody I know a couple of years ago knew one of the Clipper team doctors, and apparently his knee's like in way worse shape than they actually tell us. But that being said, I still think that it's still extreme with the way that they do the load management. I understand the back-to-back thing, but like again, as I said, it's the extras that really piss me off. It was Kawhi gets the Magic. Yeah, Jose C says nobody was watching Washington Russ. Hey, I was doing lives for them.
He was actually
Some games.
He got MVP votes talking about nobody was watching Washington Rush.
Hepatitis C later says we was calling him bonehead when he shot like 415 in the playoffs. When was that? Could have been anyone. Nick Pillow says my man's gonna name his first child Brody. Oh man. Oh, with the Wizards. Okay. Christopher Lowman says, like, think about it. If the Blake was managed this way, like Kawhi, Blake Prime is probably extended at least 1 or 2 more years. I agree, it's frustrating. But here's the thing: then we would have gone a lower seed and just lost in the second round again, and would have had less fun. So yeah, nah. Gilbert Rivera says, I got a question for that Westbrook fan. If he's so valuable, where do you see him going next year, and what kind of contract is he getting?
He's in year 15. I don't care at this point.
You don't want him to win a ring?
I'm not about rings. Like, really, I just want to watch my favorite player play basketball.
All right,
exciting games, and that's if we could win a ring, it's great. But in this era, it's usually like LeBron or some other dynasty. So
you just want to go to San Antonio, play for $20 million, and watch him play with Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, and Brandon Miller?
Oh,
it's San Antonio.
Hey, that's it. Russ would cook in San Antonio. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, you need him.
I mean, they're the only team with cap space realistically that could not give him a minimum.
No, I mean, like, look, I'm a Russ fan, but I do realize that his like athletic ability and all that is rapidly deteriorating. So after next year, who knows if he's even going to be like a shell of what he is this year? It doesn't really matter to me.
I found the best Russell Westbrook pass of all time.
This is,
I guess.
I'm dead.
oh my God.
This is when I knew we were shit last year.
Jose C says, for every Magic bad play, there's 50 retarded plays by Russ.
This Russ slander session, bro.
No, I'm reading the comments. The comments are Laker and Clipper fans mainly.
Russ.
Markel Scott says, Russ stands, man. LMAO. Man, does he admit Russ flaws? Or does he admit Russ flaws?
I literally pointed out like 3 of them in the last 5 minutes.
Did he? What did you say?
Yeah,
I didn't know
what?
That he's getting old.
His athleticism.
I said his athleticism is waning. I said
that happens to everyone.
That's just like a fact.
Not really. When your whole style is predicated upon that, everything else is gonna suffer as well.
I thought you said his mid range was lethal. Now you're saying his game's premise on.
He said way back when.
Back in the day, it was. Yeah. Are you gonna deny that?
I think it was good.
Look up the stats.
I will. I'm gonna look up his stats right now. Russell.
Go ahead.
Where we
Scarlet
going
Pup. Go ahead.
MVP, yeah.
Scarlet Pups. Man, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, yo.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
So what do I do?
Oh my God. I don't know. How do you find those stats? Synergy?
No, you go to Basketball Reference and you look up the specific years, and you go to shot by distance.
Yeah, shot by distance. I'm not doing this to counter you. I'm just saying LeBron shoots under 43% everywhere outside 3 feet for his entire career. 43%, or I think it's under 44%.
He's not a good shooter.
Scarlet Pup, well, he's evolved. Scarlet Pup says Clippers need to beat those Lakers and Blazers to secure the 6th seed. Then they can sit out the starters against the Suns. We're not in a position to sit out anything. We've done enough sitting out. Pauson Theory says Lakers propaganda. Jose C says Russ stands a different kind of mental illness.
Man, after last year,
that's not even funny.
Jose C.
not
Markel Scott. Markel Scott says Russ is literally on pace to pass LeBron turnovers when LeBron has double the mileage. Does he? Jose C says
no way. That's impossible.
Jose C says Iverson a better passer, bro. Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably like the world's biggest Iverson fan too, but there's absolutely no way.
How?
What do you mean how? He didn't even pass.
I said how? How does this guy say Iverson's a better passer?
Oh yeah, thank you.
Iverson has a play named after him, guys. So watch.
Yeah, but that was off the ball and off the ball.
I don't care. Does Russell Westbrook have that? No.
Nick Pillow says this. Hey, listen, this is a great discussion. What quantifies a better passer? See, this is a very interesting discussion that I don't think people have enough. And this is called Dime Dropper for a reason. This is the area of the game that I have, in my opinion, special G14 classification. Like I think.
I'll never say that again.
What? That's the Shaq humor.
I hate that.
Yeah, no. So Shaq does have G14 about a fucking big man. But anyway, the point is, guys, with passing, it's that you cannot do raw assist numbers. That just it's very subjective in my opinion. Are you talking about who can make the fanciest passes, who takes care of the ball better? I mean, I think it's somebody that just gets when it's a very I'd have to like literally write it down. It's all eye test to me. Yeah, it literally is.
Jason Williams, White Chocolate. Jason Williams is a really good passer. He was also a turnover machine. So it was like
I wouldn't put him in that discussion.
Yeah, and you know what? Assist to turnover ratio is pretty good, and I probably one of these advanced stats with assist to turnover ratio can tell you that also. But
do you think Tyus Jones is the best passer in the league because he's got the best assist to turnover ratio by a mile?
No, that's not true. That's probably Halliburton. That's probably Halliburton. How will you say that?
Jones.
How long have I been saying he's the best point guard in the league? Dime Dropper.
Who's the best point guard in the league?
Halliburton.
Huh?
No,
he's one of them for sure.
Easily.
He's talking about this. You're gonna make this a discussion about pure point guards and stuff again. No, we're not doing that, bro. Because we're gonna be here for an hour. We're gonna be here for 5 other hours. Hepatitis See You Later says one thing I will not lie about is his playmaking is still weirdly dynamic but wild. He was setting up Thomas Bryant to get a payday before they both departed and were playing together.
That's not
post out there. Assist to turnover. No, assist to turnover ratio is absolutely not the way because I think there are certain point guards like Chris Paul who are extremely conservative. Yeah. I think Magic Johnson. I think, in my opinion, Magic Johnson is the greatest passer I've ever seen play a full game of basketball in the NBA.
Well, hold on. Why do we take every little statement and act like that was the whole truth? No, it's one of the ways to determine that. Period. Along with the eye test. Hey,
I think sure. I'm
sharing this thing where you guys can see what field goal percentage by distance. What is considered mid range?
Field goal percentage.
I would say 10 to 16, right?
Okay, 10 to 16. When did he shoot 50% from there, guys? When did he shoot 50%?
Who said 50%?
That your man, the Russell Westbrook.
The 50%. He shot plenty of years. I said 47 or something like that.
He didn't even shoot that though, based on these stats.
The best he's ever shot is his run with the Clippers right now. His last 17 games is the best he's ever had from the 10 to 16.
I can't even see that.
Yeah, not the stats.
What? I can't even see that. It's right there.
I'm gonna zoom in.
Wait.
I'm gonna zoom in for you, brother.
Where's 10 to 16?
Can you see
10 to 16, 41%, 43%. That's still not bad. Compare it to league average.
What is league average?
How can we figure that out?
Like what league average is. That's pretty good for mid-range. You see how it dropped off considerably in the last couple of years.
Jaw is a great playmaker, Shaz says. Jose C says, why is this Stan talking?
Aslan, come up here. Let me educate you. Why is this Stan talking? Come up here.
So far, you have not educated us with nothing.
Aslan, Ilyas.
The only thing you said was Russell Westbrook is getting old. The news class tonight.
Ilyas says,
literally everything.
Handsome MF. Who are you talking about? Sammy Slam 1 says, there is no way you can say you have watched Jaw and Russ and say Jaw is a better passer. That's ridiculous.
Okay.
That's the type of things that they think is a high IQ assessment. That John Morant is a better passer than Russell.
That's the thing. I honestly don't know, bro. Like, I'm telling you this right now as a guy that likes Russ and I think Jaw's a really good player. I don't know, honestly. I don't know how you would.
I was saying that based on the fact that I think they're both. I don't think John Morant's a point guard.
Russ makes really reckless. Some passes, man, they makes are just like reckless, dude.
And John Morant does not make. John Morant does not make reckless passes. That's my.
I think that matters.
The pass tonight was stupid, bro. It was like 4 people in between. Threw it on a straight
See, there's another thing.
Bro, like
there's passing mechanics, like how good you like the actual ability to make certain passes, the weight you put on it, the speed you put on it. Like in that way, Russ is really good. Like he throws dimes. Then there's also like how much you value this. Yeah,
shot creation too. All those charts you can look up like StatMuse and stuff. Russ is always on top of the list when it comes to actually like open shots generated. Unfortunately, like some of the players don't
open shots. If we're just talking about passing strictly, I mean, yeah, I guess you can say that that's part of it. But open shots generated, that usually, yeah, you're right, because you have to make a good pass. But that usually comes from drawing 2 defenders based on them being worried about you to score.
And who would do that? Right. The athletic guards,
good scoring, good scoring guards, good scorers in general.
Defense wants guys to take open shots too. Sometimes guys just leave players open for 3, and you just pass it right to them. And if a guy who shoots 25% from 3 is shooting a 3, if the defense is okay with that. Still an assist, still a wide open pass.
But how do you know how much of that is actually is accounted for in those stats? That's just across the board for every player. So you'd have to input that variable for every single person.
Well, I didn't bring up a stat.
I didn't bring one up either.
Test.
No, I'm talking about the shot creation. You said that sometimes players are just left open, and that's considered like a created shot, right?
Well, yeah, but at the
that
same
would impact every single
Bruh.
person who who's like what you call who what is the word who's actually like their stats are being counted, who takes enough of those.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The wide open stat can't be used fully to judge on how good a passer is, because sometimes guys are left open on purpose.
So what is it then? So like for every single stat that Russ is at the top, you'll say, oh well, there's this variable, there's this variable.
It's not
The
that
stats aren't everything.
I'm not saying that everything, but it seems like everything that I'm putting forward, you guys are always saying, oh no, you have to consider this as well. So what is it then? If it's not total assist, if it's not shot creation, if it's not like the eye test, because the eye test tells me he's a great, if it's not the number of players that he makes better, Steven Adams, Robin Lopez, Serge Ibaka, like all that stuff.
There's also an element of like the decision to make said pass also being a factor potentially for people in this like criteria. You know what I mean? And I think that's one thing that definitely would hurt Russ is what they're talking about. But yeah, that's a great discussion. I think more basketball fans should have. How do you quantify what's a better passer? The ways you do it, what you look for. I think that's a really good discussion that people don't have enough. Let's see. Markel Scott says, Russ fan, is Russ a better passer than say someone like Draymond? I think absolutely he is.
Russ is like
more of a playmaker. Draymond is running offense.
I'd have to see Draymond away from the two greatest shooters of all time, and then maybe I can make an assessment.
Yeah, because Draymond's not breaking down the defense, though. He's not breaking down the defense.
The offense is Draymond just in the post, though.
No, Draymond can't make this kind of pass.
Passes.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll give Russ better than Draymond passing.
Yeah.
Better
Yeah, Russ can make.
Like he thought that was a gotcha. He thought that was a gotcha. He was going to prove that I'm a stan if I said he's a better passer than Draymond.
I think he's legit asking because that's the point. Draymond can run an offense. Westbrook cannot.
Wait, what?
What do you mean Westbrook
cannot? The other way around?
No, are you guys crazy?
What? He had Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and Klay Thompson on his team for like 3 years.
What is that? Hold on. What is that? That does not mean. That does not discount the fact that he goes and runs an offense. He runs in transition and makes great plays. He makes the right play more often.
He doesn't run the offense.
He's making the right play because he's dumping it to Steph Curry at the end of the play, bro.
So Draymond Green has nothing to do with how the offense is ran.
Not nothing. But he's not like this special, playmaker that is so much better than Russ. No, he has a great. That's what you're saying, though.
How can you say Russ? How can you say Russ couldn't run an offense if that's what all he did for like the first 12 years of his career, 13 years of his career?
And he shouldn't have been. I'm trying to explain that to you. He
shouldn't have been. So who should have been running the OKC offense?
You think he should play off the ball?
James Harden should have been the point guard.
James Harden. In what way is James Harden better than Russell Westbrook as a playmaker?
At point guard? Are you kidding me? The same.
Yes, at point guard.
The guy went to the Nets and Kyrie Irving said, "You know what? You can hold the reins at point guard."
But what did he do? What did he do with the Nets?
2012. You think he was a better point?
Yes.
Nah.
Okay, but what are all the? The thing you said is factually incorrect, though. That he can't run an offense. He literally dragged a team of a bunch of average players to the playoffs running the offense. Draymond Green has never had that pressure. He's never been able to do anything outside of playing with the team that he does. Like, come on, that's not fair.
That's not running an offense. That means the offense can be centered around you because you're a dynamic scorer, you're a dynamic athlete, but that doesn't mean that you engineer the offense as a point guard. Two different things.
Russ did that for OKC, though.
So now Russ is being penalized for being able to score as well.
Yeah, that's not. Who's penalizing?
First of all, Curry is the focal point of the Warriors' offense off the ball. He's what they run all their sets through, like, you know what I mean, in that way. All the actions are to free up him. He's the trigger man.
Okay.
It's Curry's gravity that makes the Warriors' offense.
But I'm just saying, like, to say that he can run an offense better than Russ, like, nope. Draymond, the one season that you actually got to have to run the offense through him as like the best offensive player, he quit. He cowered and quit.
See, Draymond looks good.
He admitted he quit.
Okay, but he's still. What I'm saying is that that's what he's good at, is doing those portions of the game.
You're just very inconsistent. You're like in like 10 minutes ago. You were 10 minutes ago. You were showing like flashy passes that Trae Young is making, and Draymond has never made a single one of those in his life. So now that's like completely off of the equation. Great passes and capability.
West Ham, you actually missed the whole point. I said that Draymond can't pass on the same level as Westbrook. Two different things. Just because you're a great passer does not make you a great point guard. John Moran is not a great point guard in my mind. Russell Westbrook is not a great point guard in my mind. They're super athletes.
But I got a question for you.
Russell Westbrook is not a great point guard. I don't know, man. Yeah, historically, you're going to have a hard time.
Derrick Rose is not a great point guard. They're two.
Derrick Rose is nowhere near Russell Westbrook in terms of what a point guard is. You understand? Russell Westbrook is like he's top 10 assists all time. He's an actual point guard.
I got a question for you.
LeBron James is also he's not a point guard.
And he's one of the greatest point guards ever. Yes, LeBron James is one of the greatest point guards ever.
No, I can't go there.
Absolutely.
I can't go there.
He's been the point guard for every single one of his teams, and he's a 4-time champion. What are you talking about?
He's a ball dominant player.
Point forward is a point guard.
No, it's not the same.
It's the same exact thing. He runs the offense, and he's leading his team in assists every year.
I was fooled the same way as you were. He's not a great point guard. He's better.
He absolutely is.
Kawhi Leonard didn't Kawhi Leonard or Paul George lead us in assists last year? He wasn't a point guard. He was our best playmaker.
That says more about your team. But LeBron James usually has some good playmakers on his team.
Wait, I got a question for you about Draymond.
But why has he never started at point guard except for 1 year of his career?
Who?
LeBron James.
I mean, I don't really care about what the position says. Just look at what he does on the court. He's their point guard for all intents.
Just say point forward. I know what you were saying. Like, just say point forward.
He doesn't guard
forward, if you want to say that, point forward.
He doesn't guard the opposing point guard either.
Yeah.
I got a question for you about Draymond, though.
Go ahead.
Because he's anonymous.
So you said Draymond looks good because they double Steph on a pick and roll, and he's got a 2-on-1. So you're telling me how many guys can you stick in there on that 2-on-1 off Steph and Clay's gravity that can make those simple passes Draymond does? Because everything he does is because of Curry and Thompson's gravity.
And KD. And remember, they had KD on the same team for 3 years.
But West Ham's a hater. Look, he's a hater because he doesn't want to hear this.
I'm not talking about the KD years.
No, he's proving my point, bro.
No, you're not. He's not.
He's supporting me. He's not supporting you.
I get that, but you don't get how I'm going to get both of you. Russell Westbrook, you think Russell Westbrook could play and do what Draymond did, or you think
No. I'm just saying how many players could you think could do that? I'm not saying like
there are a lot. But what I'm trying to explain to you is that Russell Westbrook, to be a point guard the way you guys are describing it, you have to be a great decision maker. That is not Russell Westbrook.
Oh no, I'm not even debating Russ and Draymond. I'm just asking you, like, Draymond is in general, how many players in the NBA, like as role player, Draymond's a glorified, great Hall of Fame role player.
Yeah, I agree.
All intents and purposes. How many of like a Batum, a Covington,
right?
How many guys?
Or is DL?
Yeah, how many guys could you stick in that Draymond role, and you think they would thrive off the gravity of Steph and Clay and having 2-on-1s and alley-oops? That's all I'm asking.
Well, I'm answering that. There's very few players that can do that, have high IQ, and they make great decisions. Like, who am I thinking of right now? Not Andrew Wiggins. On the Knicks, the Knicks don't have that. We stink because of that. We need that. Like, Sabonis is a super version of that. He's the super version of Draymond. He makes all the decisions on the offense. Okay. You think De'Aaron Fox is their point guard? I've been saying this since last year. He's not. He's their 2 guard.
Who's their point guard then?
Whoever starts at the other side of the guard. But Sabonis runs the offense. He passes the ball up, doesn't handle.
I can see that. I can see that.
I don't know.
Sabonis is a unique player.
Sabonis the point guard?
So who?
Sabonis does. If I'm not mistaken, like he brings the ball up there,
and he brings the ball plenty. And when Malik Monk comes in the game, he's their point guard, the backup point guard off the bench. Tyus Jones is a better point guard than John Morant. They play a different brand of basketball. You guys don't watch ball. You guys really don't watch basketball.
I'm agreeing with you, but when you say like Draymond and Russell Westbrook, no, you're going too far.
Because Draymond makes better decisions than Westbrook.
Bro, his only decision is get the ball to Steph Curry. That's his decision. That's why.
Exactly. And there are people.
Anyone can make that decision, like whether to launch a nuclear strike or not.
No, not everyone can. That's why everybody's on the league right now. Draymond has very limited skills. That's why he's in that offense.
How good of a decision was it to punch a Poole in the mouth?
All right, that's not a basketball decision though. That's off the court.
It happened on the court.
Yeah, but okay.
What kind of good decision is it that he gets technical fouls and gets suspended from games?
So does Westbrook.
No, he doesn't.
Either way,
When has he gotten suspended from a series?
But again, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about whether he gets technical because that's a fact. All of that is crazy. The fact that he hasn't got kicked out of more games is nuts. That's nuts. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the decisions on the offensive end of the basketball. Period. Setting a pick. That's period. He almost lost the championship last year, but he came back and had a great game after he didn't show up. He was a no-show in Boston. So again, you guys missed the boat, or West Ham has missed the boat.
You're talking about defense now. You're talking about defense now.
I'm talking about on the offensive
He's right about
end.
Draymond. He's right.
Right. Most of Draymond's like accomplishments and his contributions to the game come on the defensive end, not on his playmaking.
He has to be that guy on offense. If not, he wouldn't have a job. He has to.
What offense, bro? The guy's averaging like 8 points.
Now you got to watch the Warriors' offense. It runs. Draymond runs.
So offense is all scoring. That's it. There's no passing involved. There's no picks.
No. I'm saying when you have like literally like zero offensive responsibility, you have a lot of room to be able to run the offense when you're not even expected to score.
But West Ham, this is my problem. I take words very literally. So when you say you have very few responsibilities on the offensive end. On the offensive end, he's setting picks, he's passing the ball with it when it has to be, and in transition, he's looking up and getting the ball out where it has to go. Those are decisions you have to make.
I'm talking about individual. I'm talking about individual offense. What other point guard in the league will end the game with like 5 or 6 points and they'll say good game?
What do you mean? Rondo was like that. It's like a lot of players like
5 or 6. Nah.
Hey,
not like that.
Kid was like that.
Rondo was incredible. By the way, he was an incredible passer.
No.
Yeah, Rondo.
Hey, Dime, who you think is the best passer in the league right now? I was just curious, real quick.
Ooh, I would say it's between Jokic and LeBron, probably. But
that's a good answer.
Luka's a great.
Luka's fantastic too. Yeah.
I
would still put LeBron in. Luka's amazing. Passing the ball.
Passing with them? No.
I think Luka's the guy that he can make great passes, but he leaves a lot of grenades for his teammates. Like those aren't really great passes in my mind. How is it? Yeah, they look nice.
Hot take after hot take, bro.
Hot takes, bro.
What is it? Okay, so it's a hot take. Why is he a great passer?
I mean, his ability. Want me to describe it for you? I mean, he can throw a lot.
Down the defense better than anyone.
Besides the out, what'd you say?
I was like, he breaks down the defense better than anyone and finds the open man anywhere on the court.
So that's what makes a great passer?
That's one of them, yeah.
That's something.
Okay.
I mean,
it takes him 22 seconds to do that, but go ahead.
That has more to do with his over dribbling.
That's clock management.
That's horrible clock management, and that's part of the reason why he's not a great point guard.
He can read double teams better than most.
We need to ask you what your definition of a great point guard is. Because
it's anything that Russ doesn't do. That's his definition.
No, it's not anything that Russ doesn't do. Russ is fully capable, but he doesn't make the right decisions quick enough. Like somebody just said right now, the fact that Harden and Halliburton aren't in the conversation of good passes currently is hilarious. Well, Halliburton makes good passes, but he can't make the same passes that a Westbrook could. Westbrook can make better passes than Halliburton, but Halliburton makes better decisions.
I agree with that.
Ball out.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So that's not a hot take. You got hot take. How about that, guys? So that's my point. That's why.
Yeah, but this is all hypothetical now. You're just basing it off of what pass could he make. Does he make the passes that are open to him, and is he successful in doing it? Just because he's not making those long passes or these like wraparounds or behind the backs doesn't mean that he's not a better passer than somebody who is.
Yeah, but
he's taking exactly what he's getting.
You just totally went against everything I said.
Right, exactly. That's why I'm right.
No, you just made something up. I said Westbrook is not as good. He's a way better. He can make better passes than Halliburton.
Yeah,
he's fully capable of making any pass, a bunch of passes that Halliburton cannot make. But Halliburton's still a better point guard. He's engineering the offense. He knows what to do at all times on that court. Westbrook does not seem like he does that.
But you just said Halliburton was not in the running for being one of the best point guards. Now you're saying
I did not say that.
Now he was reading a chat.
You literally just said that.
He was reading a chat that
No, I'm sorry. Tyler Lamb said the fact that Harden and Halliburton are not mentioned.
Wait.
Oh, I thought that's what you were saying.
No. I said Halliburton's the best pure point on the game.
Let me get to these comments. Sammy Slam 1 says the eye test shows you Russ is a great passer because dude like Wenyan and Gabriel feast next to him. He's also Sammy Slam. I mean, he's a Russ guy. Joey C says it's eye test feast. LMAO. Tyler Lamb says look what happened with Thomas Bryant right now. Your average cult survivor says is it questionable to say D'Lo's better than Westbrook? We've been talking about that all night, so we're not gonna get back into that.
Yeah.
Tyler Lamb said barely getting minutes. Oh, Thomas Bryant. Phil. Your average cult survivor says Thomas Bryant fumbled the bag. Sammy Slam 1 says, bro, everyone passes great in Golden State. That's probably to you, Fabian. Tyler Lamb says, congrats, everyone. The bar is so whack. People comparing guards in their prime to a 35-year-old Westbrook.
Thank you. No, that's just Westbrook.
Man,
I think that's another. Tyler Lamb, I forget if
passing is the same as playmaking, or do you separate the two?
Different.
No, passing is a part of playmaking, but playmaking isn't necessarily passing.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. I think playmaking, a lot of it has to do with,
Is that a hot take, guys? Or you guys listening? Grab a pencil and a pen, goddammit.
Your average cult survivor says Warriors don't win without Draymond at all. I don't think anyone's denying that. Because defensively, we're just talking about a certain offensive thing.
Defense, yeah.
Hepatitis See You Later says Thomas Bryant requested a trade from LA where he was thriving and now is getting DNPs in Denver. Dude fumbled the bag. He was probably going to get paid a good amount this offseason if he stayed.
Tyler Lamb's name is Hepatitis See You Later is hilarious. That is the name of the night.
He's been here for a while, like
he's great
for months and maybe over a year now. Tyler Lamb says
that was very sexist of me. That could be a she.
Right, doubt it though. Tyler Lamb says James Harden didn't becoming James Harden without D'Antoni Rockets. What the fuck is this? I don't know. It's hard. He was a good player even before that, but he did get his his stats and everything that conversation. Yeah, his offensive player
recognition.
Yeah, Sammy Slam 1 says Harden and Russ are nearly identical point guards. No, they're not.
Disagree. Whoa, no.
So different.
Harden will only drive in an open lane.
Let's not do that. I don't want to ask. We can't ask West Ham. We know who thinks he's better. But my man, the Kawhi.
It sounds like you're saying West Ham, like the soccer team.
Yeah, his name is West Ham.
West Ham United.
As a point guard, ask any historian once their careers are over who's the better point guard.
Is his name West Ham? West Ham?
No, it's West Ham.
Yeah, it is.
It's West Ham. It's all good though.
West Ham. Okay.
A rose by any other name is just as sweet.
He can't answer this. The other guy, the Kawhi fan, and the other guy, and the other two guys. Who's the better point guard, Russell Westbrook or James Harden?
James Harden.
It's Westbrook.
It didn't take
that didn't take long at all.
Oh man, I'm not gonna
There's literally no argument for that whatsoever.
Are you talking about 2017 Russ versus 2018 Harden type shit?
Did he say Draymond has made plenty of flashy passes? The fuck is this dude on? Bro,
it's some his backdoor bounce pass, like the
I can't remember
backdoor beautiful bounce passes.
Westham, I'm totally with you with that. I never want to see everything Draymond does is goofy, but at least it's pretty high IQ. Even his taunting.
I'd say the biggest difference Harden and Russ is Harden.
He's a smart player. I'm not gonna deny that.
Better than Russ's decision making.
So 100%.
And they can make the same passes for the most part, prime for prime.
Harden and Clint Capella had one of the best duo alley-oop pairings, probably. Yeah. Like, Harden was feeding that guy. Harden would just drive and just feed Capella. Easy decision every time.
You guys got to watch Harden on the Nets when they were all healthy.
That 12 games?
I know.
Yes.
No. Harden was
again when you have Kyrie and KD on the court, bro.
No, bro.
Like
KD barely played. I hate Harden, but let's be fair.
Listen, I love when people put their foot in their mouth. The game I was going to point to specifically was when Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant sat.
Yeah, but you said when they were all healthy on the court. That's what I was commenting on.
Hey, West Ham. If I said, but remember when Russell Westbrook in 2017? If I said that, you'd be like, yeah, I remember. Get out of here, Westbrook.
What are you talking about? Somebody literally just said, yeah, when they were all healthy. So I was assuming that you were talking about when they were all on the court together. That's like a normal rational deduction to make. And now you're going to say that you spontaneously just referred to a game when neither of them were there. Supposed to read your mind plan.
Lighten up, West Ham. You're from Brooklyn. Lighten up.
Yeah, Canarsie all day.
Canarsie? Oh no, I'm not. I don't even trust it. Dude, Dime, kick this guy off. Canarsie people are crazy.
Really?
Nah, I'm just
the suburbs of Canarsie.
Nick Pillow says they're good in volume, but watching the games. A lot of Hallie is drive and kick. Harden is a lot of Embiid dump offs. Not discounting their skill, but they're volume guys for the most part.
No, he's more Hallie than Halliburton. No, Halliburton gets in transition. He's amazing, and in half court he's pretty good. He just makes the right play, but he's too he's too weak to make a lot of passes. But you can tell he's watching the game. He's like a coach out there.
Yeah, he's got great vision.
Hey, we're at the last
yes.
5 minutes of comments.
Who said that? The Kawhi guy.
What?
That was the word, vision.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook court vision is limited. That's his problem.
Bullshit. He sees everything, but I think sometimes he just makes bad decisions on which ones to pass and which ones not to. He sees things to me. He ignores. Sometimes when he takes those bad, he just knows. He knows what he's doing. He's just making a bad decision, but he sees it. He has good. He sees things. I'm not gonna lie. This is one of my big judgments of a passer, like eye test. When you make a pass that even with me on the TV screen, widescreen, I don't even see it, and I'm like, holy shit, I didn't expect that. That's when I know you're real. And Russ has those moments a lot. Yeah. Magic has the most of those when I watch him. He's ridiculous.
I think court vision is also seeing a play 2 or 3 steps ahead. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's the decision. No. Russ doesn't know if it's good or bad. He'll just throw it.
Thank you.
And, oh my God.
That's
Tyler Lamb says Halliburton sometimes spams the fancy passes. Love his game. Sammy Slam says, Nick, there was no Embiid in Brooklyn, and Harden was having 14 to 16 assist games.
Yeah.
Man, he tore up the Lakers last Christmas. It was no KD, no Kyrie. That Claxton.
Yeah, but again, you remember like Brooklyn had probably the best 3-point shooting team in the league. So they had Seth Curry, they had Kyrie. What is that a lie?
Stop.
No, but you're a hater, man.
The best.
I'm just telling you the truth. If you have a good squad that can make their open shots, you're gonna get a lot of assists.
Yo, Dom, we asked him.
Team was the best 3-point shooting team. We can look it up on whatever stat thing you want to look.
On Brooklyn, they had Seth Curry.
So the Warriors had Steph Curry.
I said Seth.
Yo, Kawhi guy, this guy. We already called him in a lie with the stat book with where he said Russell Westbrook was shooting 50% from the middle.
I never said 50%. Now you're lying.
You ask him,
I never said 50%.
We're gonna rewind this.
Rewind it. I'll cash up you $100 if I said 50.
Hey, whoa, Brooklyn man. I don't know nothing about no.
Go ahead, put your money where your mouth is.
I don't know nothing.
All right then.
I'm a champion, bro. So that's number one. Number two, if we ask this guy who are the top 5 players in the league, he's gonna say Westbrook.
Yeah, that's corny, bro. That's corny.
No, that's corny. Everything's corny.
Russ is not even top 15 right now.
Top 15. He's not even top 100.
Top 15.
He's not.
He's not even top 100.
Not top 100. Yeah. That doesn't warrant any laughter. Not top 100.
No, he's not top 100. I can name 100 players better than him. I'm not going to do it.
Right.
No, I'm not going that.
I bet it could be done, bro.
I like Westbrook, man. I like him. Yo, remember, he's super athletic. He came back from how many knee injuries? He got cut how many times, and he came back to play? He's Wolverine. I always say he's Wolverine, man. Lunatic.
Yeah, the anti-Kawhi. The anti-Kawhi.
Oh, yes. Good point. He's anti-Kawhi.
Who is? This guy?
Why?
Kawhi is Mr. Glass.
Super energetic, durable.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, loyal.
Stupid and losing in the postseason. Yeah. Anti-Kawhi. For real.
I mean, he is very opposite Kawhi. I will say that.
Dime, I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who would you rather have in a 7-game series? Predicting on health. They're going to stay healthy for a 7-game series. Anthony Davis or Kawhi?
Oh,
they're both guaranteed to be healthy?
No. Who's more likely to stay healthy in a 7-game series?
Oh man. Wow. I don't know if anybody gets the edge there.
Oh, for real?
Honestly, yeah.
That was a devilish question.
What do you guys think? I don't know.
Kawhi. I'd say Kawhi.
Really? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Other than the bubble, every year.
It seems like Kawhi doesn't get hurt in mid-game, but then I don't know, man. Like the little bruise or something, he's out again.
Imagine betting your life on this. This is grueling.
I know it's bad, bro. I don't know what to say.
Did he get hurt the Toronto series? I don't think so.
Didn't he have like a lingering injury though that during the playoffs?
I don't know.
He's still bald though.
He's never finished a run. Like he
played the whole bubble.
And in 2018.
That was the AAU tournament after a 3-month.
All right. But I'll say this: like Kawhi, AD, he'll tough through an ankle injury or
he'll play hurt. I agree with that. I don't think
Kawhi. Kawhi, it's like you don't know, like AD in that Phoenix series a couple years ago came back in Game 6 with that groin where he couldn't even move. Like I was wondering, like I would have more faith that AD would try to play, but I think Kawhi would probably, if he doesn't get a bump or a bruise, he'd stay through it.
I feel that.
In fairness, Tyler Lamb, he just said that Halliburton makes bullet passes across the court. In fairness, I haven't watched him as much this year, but Don knows I've been a super Halliburton fan since last year. I've been calling him the best pure point guard for over a year now. And it's still not going to be like what Westbrook is capable of, Tyler Lamb. That's my point with that. He doesn't have that athleticism, but he has incredible court vision.
Someone says, what player who hasn't won a title benefits the most this year legacy-wise?
Harden.
Who hasn't won a title?
Well, Harden, Chris Paul, and Westbrook are and I would have put Paul George in there. Those would be the biggest because they've been in the league for a while. But man, if Jokic wins a championship, that's going to be huge.
KD too.
KD
hasn't won a championship at all.
Well, you know what? I won't say KD compared to them other dudes.
KD has not won a title.
Yeah, but see, to a lot of people that do accept it and make a lot of excuses and think it's all what it is, you know, they say that's a ring's a ring. You know, KD's proven he was the man.
How can this guy?
How about Giannis?
No, Giannis is certified.
Giannis, if Harden gets a championship this year, where does it move him?
I'll say he's a top 5 shooting guard of all time, even though I can't stand the fool.
Yeah, if Harden gets a chip, bro,
some might say he already is. I don't fuck with him like that.
He literally is gonna go on like a top 20 list of like all time or something.
Oh man, I don't know. I wouldn't know if I'd put them there.
Bro, when you look at his career, bro, and now he gets
go ahead.
You know, if he gets a chip and you look at his career and his accomplishments, bro, it's like.
Well, I think you can make the argument. I just say I wouldn't take him in my top 20. No way.
I got you.
Yeah, no way.
Who do you think benefits least from a championship? Whose legacy doesn't get altered at all?
It's hard because chips are the biggest. Like, it change everything. But
Steph. I think Steph Curry.
I don't know, man. If he wins 5, that'd be really nuts.
If he, so
LeBron too. If he gets his 5th, that's like another.
I would say, you know what? I know this. I know it sounds crazy because I think it matters for everybody. But I think if Giannis won, people would be like, man, just another adding to the story. You know, like.
Yeah. I think Kawhi wouldn't really.
I don't know, bro. Winning a championship for the Clippers would be a massive.
Oh, that's true. But I'm saying I'm more about his regular stats season thing.
I think Kawhi got 3.
I think Kawhi would have a top 5 small forward argument if he won 2 championships. Like even with all the load management shit, if he pulled it off with those franchises, I mean, I think he'd have a chance.
3 with 3 Finals MVPs.
Yeah, he'd have a chance to be top 5 small forward.
Jeez.
For me.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
So what about Kyrie?
If Kyrie wins
this year,
they're not winning a championship.
Making the playoffs.
Nobody give a crap.
I'm just saying if they
really, it would be a huge. I think it would be a huge deal for Kyrie to win without LeBron. Yeah.
So if Steph wins a 5th, that's oh my god. But if Kyrie comes back and they win a chip, that's nothing.
No, it's not nothing.
Well, you think
that's
they're
incredible?
That would be incredible with the roster that they have.
Yeah, that would be insane.
It's so unrealistic for me that I just can't in my mind.
But that's my point. Right. I mean, unrealistic his whole season. He's crazy. Kyrie's crazy, bro.
He would have to be like he's turning into like I don't know 50 points a game.
Him and Luke would have to put up 40 a game each.
I mean, they're not gonna do it. Yeah.
Ooh, I like these.
Kyrie has to play defense in order for them to win.
What's up, Jordan Young?
What's up?
Hey.
I'm coming in here. I'm a Lakers fan, but
welcome, brother.
We're gonna serve you like a piñata, Jordan.
I wish Russ would have worked out on the Lakers. You know, one of those. I wish it could have worked, but. He just, you know, it was just so many games seeing him make those bonehead plays and shooting too early in the shot clock and 2-for-1 situation in the worst inopportune times. But
playing 40 games without the other 2 best players.
Yeah, exactly. He was available. Like I appreciate his efforts, and you know he showed passion, and I went to a few games this year, and I was happy to see a lot of Laker fans, you know, being supportive of him. You know, we wish it could have worked.
That never happened. Laker fans are the most fickle.
You just look at Twitter.
He's been on 4 or 5 teams and he's only gotten death threats with you guys. Like, come on now.
You've been watching too much first hate, man. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, like I mean, if you don't perform well for the Lakers, and I mean, unfortunately, we just have that big enough fan base to where you know our negative fans are just much larger than other fan bases.
Facts.
But say it again.
There's just more of them.
Oh yeah. It's just more negative. No more negativity. It's just the negativity gets magnified because the media and we just have a ton of fans everywhere.
And I'd argue sports betting plays a part too.
Yeah.
In Cali?
Well, no, I'm saying Laker fans are so global. Like Laker fans are pretty like throughout the states that gambling is legal. There's people who place parlays or bets on the Lakers who are Laker fans, so they lose the game and they lose the money.
That's a good point.
Bro, what was West Ham doing when Russ was like getting booed on the Lakers? Like, what were you doing, bro? Were you like in a depression?
Oh, I already know he was probably on every social media fighting for his life.
Yeah.
No, listen, I'm a student of comparative theology, so like I'll catch a game here and there. I'll go on Twitter but I have my own life. It was pretty hard. Not gonna lie.
You think it was hard for you? I was suffering through every game.
Fans were yelling, "No!" You never heard that from another player, bro. Fans were yelling, "No!"
The amount of times I watched Yusuf Nurkic and Vucevic and Jokic just guard Russ standing in the paint, wanted me to pull my hair out.
It's crazy. They don't really be doing that with us.
See, we asked
Draymond
about
did it.
We asked about
Draymond
Russell.
did do it. But Draymond is a good. My bad. Go ahead.
No, Draymond's a good what?
I was gonna say he's good, much better. I mean, he's not as good anymore, but he's still better laterally, and he has really good hands. Like plays angles, like what? Who you're saying, Nurkic? Like that motherfucker on us, he was not daring to guard Russ. He would gotten dusted with our spacing.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Our spacing was the corpse of Trevor Ariza and Kent Bazemore.
I remember last year in the game, like, wait till Ariza comes back. He's a real wingback and guard. I'm like, bro, this is not 09.
Oh, yeah, I was watching those lineup. Man, we had Isaiah Thomas,
Thomas,
DJ
fucking
Augustine in a lineup.
Darren Collison.
That's crazy, bro.
This was last year, right? Yeah.
Yeah, last year.
Having a flashback.
What do you think if Westbrook was on the Lakers now if you replace him with D'Angelo and they had
bro, I would be so happy, bro. I'd throw a raid in my city,
like,
bro.
we keep Beasley, Vanderbilt, Bamba, and Rui. It's just Russell.
That would work.
It would work.
However, you still have the added risk of those bonehead plays at the end of games. Like you never know, like what can happen.
But it goes back to what West Ham was saying. Like the team, I don't think it's just AD and LeBron not being available. I think that the role players didn't fit Westbrook either. They can't push.
You can't put Westbrook out there with no shooters, bro. That's
no shooting whatsoever. Yeah,
recipe for disaster.
Right. You can't if we switch Russell and Westbrook. That sounds weird, but if we switch D'Lo and Russ, yeah, we would have Russ, LeBron, and AD still in the lineup together. So basically, Russ would be driving and kicking to either Reeves or LeBron or Vando. So he still wouldn't have good spacing.
You'd probably put Hachimura starting.
Same thing. It still wouldn't be, if you want to have a lineup with LeBron, AD, and Vando, or LeBron, AD, and
more shooting,
it just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm missing something. It was Beasley and shoot, and who else?
It's Beasley, Reeves,
and
Rui.
Rui, spot up three. It's a decent clip.
I guess I was thinking because on a defensive and also they can close out defensively a lot better now because I love Vanderbilt.
D'Lo is actually a sneaky good communicator. He's in the right places at the right time on defense. I've been watching him closely. He doesn't ball watch too much. He doesn't fall asleep on those backdoor cuts.
Dime, would you still do the Kennard trade?
No, because I don't think we're going to win the championship this year. That's the only reason they did it was for going for this year. But since they're not a serious organization that actually cares about winning championships, based on what they actually do and how they actually act about the regular season, they don't think it matters. So they're in for a rude awakening. And Kennard's going to be better going forward. This year, Eric Gordon, I get it, but Kennard's going to be better going forward. Look at what he's doing in Memphis right now. When you actually let him play and have bad games and off nights, but he's still going to play the next. He knows he's still going to play the next night. He's a sniper.
I feel like Lou had a short leash on him. I didn't see much.
Bro, Ty had favoritism, bro. Like Rocco had a moment tonight where he missed a three and he got the same shot and he decided to drive it instead of shoot it, bro. And I was like, and my pops was all mad, bro, you got to shoot that. But I'm like, man, you got to understand, he feels like if he misses, Ty going to pull him. You know what I mean? He's not going to play the next game. So
what's your guys' ideal 8-man for when the playoffs start? Because Because rotations typically get trimmed down to 8, 9, no more.
I think it's going to be 9 for the Clippers. And I think I honestly still not a conversation that I know that I think I can have yet. I think it really depends on the matchup. If they don't really have a good backup big, whoever we play, I think Mason Plumlee probably shouldn't play.
Agreed.
Your average coach survivor says, watching Russ play with the Lakers, he definitely gave Bron and AD a lot of easy baskets. He just made a lot of bonehead plays and crumbled during clutch situations.
Oh, bro, there's no way. Not Russ. Not the clutchest play all time.
That's a random comment from a YouTube stream. Yeah, that's not really gospel truth.
Nick Pillow says, Russ top 100 player all time. We're not going to do that.
He's top 75 already. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but let's not act like that top 75 is the letter of the law here. Like a lot of
but he's high up on the top 75.
Oh no, he's not high.
No, he's not even fringe.
I agree. He's gonna make it easily if that's what you mean.
Wait, what do you consider fringe? You say he's over top 50?
If he never averaged a triple-double for a year, he wouldn't be top 25.
4 years, led the league in scoring 2 years, led the league in assists 3 years. I mean, made the finals. He's done everything Chris Paul has done.
Y'all let Don go.
No, he
and
hasn't,
more.
bro.
MVP
No, he
of the
hasn't,
year.
though.
MVP
He
of the league.
hasn't,
What he
hasn't.
has
Chris Paul
made the finals once. Westbrook made the finals once, right? Westbrook has 1 league MVP. How many does Chris Paul have?
0.
Okay. Westbrook has led the league in assists 3 years. Chris Paul, I think maybe like 4, if I'm not mistaken. He's led the league in scoring twice. Chris Paul never.
Are we gonna do steals, or is that we're gonna just go with stuff that favors your argument?
Steals is like, I don't know.
Let me tell you the facts. Let me tell you the facts. And I don't need to listen. I'm not a
You're a Clippers fan, so go ahead.
Yeah, you have no bias at all. I mean, you're sitting here, the most innocent person in the room. Listen, Chris Paul led us to the playoff. First of all, Russ never led his team past the first round. It hurt me because I rooted for him too, but he never led his team past the first round. He hasn't had a good playoff series since 2017. Chris Paul made it, basically changed our franchise. 6 straight years we made the playoffs. 1 year, Blake Griffin was so stupid after he'd injured his quad, he punched the trainer and missed more than half the season. And this man made JJ Baby Dick and DeAndre Jordan look good. Like these motherfuckers, he took those guys as their next best players to the 4th seed. Chris Paul made it past the first round several times. And listen, I mean, next to Harden, I think he looked better than Russ did, even though Russ did play well before the bubble happened.
Russ was injured anyway. He was on minutes restriction with Harden.
Russ, as great as Russ was in the 2017 Thunder, he never led and was as good a team that he had that big a role on as Chris Paul was in 2008. Never had a season like that to me.
I can't say much because I wasn't even like following the league back then.
How about the 2020 Thunder? CP3 comes onto that team that's expected to rebuild.
I think, listen, this is one thing that's undeniable about Chris Paul.
Great point.
There's no team he has joined that has gotten worse. Every team he goes to got significantly better. And in Russ's case, that hasn't been the case with 2 teams.
Another great point.
Like which teams?
You could say we haven't gotten significantly better. He's helped us in some ways. But Chris Paul, I mean, to me, to say that, he has done some things that Chris Paul hasn't done. But, I mean, Chris Paul, to me, if you had put him with that Kevin Durant, with Chris Paul in his prime, they had a much higher chance, in my opinion, of winning a championship to me. They wouldn't have been as explosive offensively, but come playoff time, they would have been much harder to deal with, to me.
I don't know. I don't think they would have beaten LeBron D-Wade, and I don't think they would have
beaten They probably wouldn't have beaten LeBron. They probably wouldn't have beaten LeBron and D-Wade. But I think that they would have had a better chance to beating the 3-1 Warriors.
I don't know about that. Remember, that's what they were missing was if you had Chris Paul and James Harden there, 2 point guard type of dudes with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant was killing in that finals. People forget that. He destroyed the Heat.
They got blown up by like 30 twice.
I also think I think Chris Paul at his best was a top 5 player in the NBA, man. I really do.
Dang, top 5?
Hell yeah.
Chris Paul is better than D-Wade in like 2014.
Yeah, 2014, I'd say was better than Wade.
But by then, D-Wade was like nothing.
Yeah.
If you put
I'd say he was still good, but
2015 Clippers team that beat the Spurs, wasn't it?
I don't think we would have beaten the Spurs.
That's what I was asking, yeah.
No, we wouldn't have beaten the Spurs, in my opinion. Chris Paul played insanely in that game 7 to win. And in game 6, too. Like, the stuff that CP did for us, I mean, people really hate on the guy, but he balled, man. He really gave his all for this franchise. Like, I had never had to question his love for for the franchise, and I never got to question his how much he wanted to win.
And he's a dirty player.
Huh?
He's the dirtiest in the game.
Dirty player, man.
He's dirty. He's a scumbag, no doubt.
Punching people in the nuts.
Yeah,
he's a scumbag. Listen, I think
Jordan since he left Chris Paul. DeAndre Jordan hasn't done a fucking thing.
Yeah, he made him all NBA. Like, it's crazy. Chris he gave JJ the best years of his career. A couple of guys
got Ayton a contract.
No, I think Ayton's really talented personally. I think,
but it wasn't until Chris that year.
I mean, they didn't want to pay him.
Like they all right, they didn't want to pay him, but he got the money now. Like if he didn't have that year last year with Chris, or whatever the finals year, I don't think it's that $40 million contract.
Great point.
CP. I mean, I think a lot of Gen Z people overrate him, but I think that I would have him over Russ personally all time. Yep. But Russ does have an argument with the stats and everything that you said. He's an MVP.
Yeah. Russ, but I'm taking.
I mean, Steve Nash is a 2-time MVP, and I'm still taking CP over Steve Nash.
That's a good argument, though.
Yep.
Nash was amazing.
Nash was great. I'm still taking.
Nash would have benefited a lot with his stats playing it the years that Chris Paul played. Like getting drafted in 06 or 05 versus 96 is a big difference.
Oh yeah, that's 7 seconds ahead of its time too.
Yeah, imagine if Steve Nash had the green light to take 9 threes a night. Even back then, he wasn't doing that.
Dang.
He was amazing. I still remember him. Like he played hard, bro.
I think he's been guard like that.
The CP3's like first 4 or 5 years though, he was a different level. Like that was
he was a highlight reel for sure.
Not just a highlight reel. Like he was getting at the Spurs. Like he was really torturing.
That third season was like that breakout season. That 08 was one of the best.
Special.
Amazing.
When he tore his knee, it changed him. When he jammed it on Dwight Howard, like
I still think his prime though came after that though with us.
I mean, his prime. Your prime is always going to be after, but I think he peaked then for me.
In 08, you can say he peaked in 08.
Yeah,
but I think though go ahead.
He peaked athletically in 08, most probably, but I think like his actual understanding of the game of basketball and how
totally agree with that. I think experience totally matters. Experience totally matters. Like to me, when he choked against the Thunder, I was like, "Yo, he low-key spazzes." And then the following season, he got over a little like a hurdle for him, in my opinion.
Like I think the same for LeBron. Like LeBron probably peaked athletically in his Miami years, but like his total understanding of how to be a great basketball player in his second Cleveland stint.
Yeah, I agree with that too. But I still think you can argue that he was best version because the athleticism and skill kind of came into one. Hit at the best blend was those second and third year in Miami.
2018 was the best season he ever had.
I have 2018.
No, he didn't play
not better than 2013.
2018, where he just like demolished the entire league.
Yeah, that defense in 2013. Yeah,
you're right. He demolished the entire East, but the regular season wasn't. He didn't have a good regular season. He did individually, but the team didn't. I don't know.
He had a trash team though. He went through like 3 different rosters.
That in the East.
Yeah, because he wanted to trade half of. Like he didn't like the initial one.
Yeah, and then what they gave him instead was even worse. And he still like went through.
Was it worse though?
Was it? The East was trash.
I can't even remember them. That's how bad.
Started that year with
Larry Nance, George Hill. Those are the ones. They started playing a little bit better after that.
Yeah,
we'll say.
I think
they maximized their.
He had like 3 buzzer beaters in that one year.
He did, but I'm comparing that to 2013, where he's actually trying on defense every night.
2013
he was a menace. Like no, he was so hungry. I mean, 66 wins, and he won the championship. You know what I'm saying? Like that team was not even as great as he played. He had to do that. But in 2013, when he reached the pinnacle, I mean, that's one of the all-time great seasons of any player. And I'm not even the biggest LeBron guy, but
I think 2014 he came along very well too. The only issue was Wade had broken down and Bosh had broken down.
Yeah, but that finals is more brutal on the rewatch with LeBron. I remember I was a LeBron fan, so I used to make a lot of excuses for his stats, and he still outperformed his teammates. But go back and watch the series.
No, I rewatched. I was talking about the regular season. I wasn't talking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it was still great, but I think he started taking it easy. I think in 2013 he never reached that effort level in the regular season again.
He quit. He quit in the finals. Let's not sugar.
Against the Spurs?
Hell yeah! Are you kidding me?
At times, I mean, there were some. You could say in the second half of some of those Miami games,
he quit 17 in the Warriors.
But I don't think
definitely against the Warriors for sure.
But I don't think anybody. Here's the thing about the Heat, though, especially in like that game 4. I don't think anybody else. I know the leader is supposed to be the guy that starts it, but no one else seemed like they had much fight in them either.
Again,
pretty pathetic, man.
I wonder why. If
you're you lead by example, I totally agree.
Yeah,
it really shows how hard it is for like a full team to stay together for 4 years and like really like, because it was the same core basically for 4 years, mentally go through the whole season every year, go to the championship. I mean, it took a toll on all of them.
Yeah, for sure. And Wade, I mean, his knees were tough.
Yeah.
What's your name? Who's that?
Daniel, I think.
Yeah.
Daniel, I'm sorry, I don't want to hear that shit. LeBron was doing that from when he got to the league.
No, I'm not making an excuse for like the team. I'm saying like it shows how hard it is for a team to stay together. Like the Warriors broke apart after 3 years. Like it's hard to keep a team together. Like the Bulls took a break after they won 3. It's hard mentally to like stay in it for a long period of time. Like
that's why we got to give Bill Russell more credit. No matter what you guys want to say about the teams in the league, man, to do that every single year is incrable.
Yeah, I get it, but I've seen it with LeBron before he went on any three championship run. You know what I mean? Like, and for me, I was a big LeBron fan. So when I saw it against the Spurs in the championship, I was disgusted. They did it again against Dallas and against the. I don't care what his numbers say.
I don't really
against the Magic.
I don't think he quit so much against Dallas. I think it was more that he just got shut.
He didn't quit. He didn't quit against Dallas. He was shook.
What?
He got shut down against Dallas.
Like,
he didn't quit.
It's not quitting to me because I think his effort wasn't terrible. I think he just was like scared straight up. Like his mentally he lost his confidence. He was so passive.
Yeah.
Because he still played good defense against Dallas in that series. He was making the effort.
On the rewatch, it was a little more brutal the way he was closing out and guarding. Jason Terry was low-key lighting his ass up.
Wasn't
he had some good moments defensively though in the series.
Berea was getting on.
Berea. He couldn't show.
He was lighting his ass
that was
up
horrible. It was
weird, man. It was just bad. It was worse on the rewatch. I watched it in 2021. It was worse than I remembered. LeBron.
Still haven't rewatched it other than 2 games.
Bosh wasn't good either though. He gets with a pass because LeBron was so bad.
Oh, in the Dallas series?
Yes.
You know what? You might be right. You know,
I'll tell you what though. Watch those first 3 games. Wade was insane. I still feel he was that ridiculous. He was so athletic still. It was crazy.
Listen, Wade.
I've seen that.
I know you guys are new to my voice and my face on here, but D Wade, when he was younger, reminded me even more so than of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Just naturally, the way he went to the basket, the way he would attack,
the way he drove,
the way he looked, everything. Yes, the way he finished,
his mentality.
Yes,
it's kind of sad to see Wade from 2011 to 14. Like you watch him in the finals in 2011 and watch him in 2014. Like you just see the difference in like you literally see his athleticism wane in front of your eyes. Like
I still think though 12 and 13 he had some big time playoff games.
Oh
like,
yeah.
D Wade, people love it. LeBron fans love bringing up his numbers, but that dude still played really good defense.
Dude, I think D Wade saved LeBron's career.
Whoa. In terms of what? In terms of winning?
Yeah, in terms of winning.
Okay, because he still would have had a Hall of Fame career even if he had
No. I think where he is today would not be possible without Dwayne Wade.
I think LeBron might have to agree with you on that.
I mean, okay.
Because like if you put him with the let's say you put him on the Bulls or the Knicks or wherever else he was rumored to go. The Bulls, he would be the de facto leader. The Knicks, it'd be him, and they'd be pairing him with Melo or Stoudemire. I don't know what their plan really was. Or he would.
It wouldn't have been Melo. I don't think Melo. Melo was he became a free agent the following summer, correct? He got traded. He got traded midway through the.
So it'd be him and Stoudemire.
Yeah.
But the plan was for Melo to go there. He just didn't agree to it. But he agreed to the extension to be 4 years instead of 3.
And then so basically he would still be the leader. Going to Miami, someone else got to lead. He learned how to win.
Which is a big deal. Yeah.
I truly think Wade saved his legacy as he would be a Hall of Famer, first ballot, top 75 player all time. Mm-hmm. But top 10 is because of Dwayne Wade.
Don, what do you think about that?
Wade gave him the keys after
ring,
bro.
What'd you say?
Do you think Scottie saved Jordan?
I was saying Wade gave Bron the keys after that Dallas.
He did.
Down.
So because that's not even comparable. Like Scottie came in, he was drafted by the Bulls. Whereas
Pippen saved Jordan.
Okay, yeah. But I'm saying
LeBron went to Wade when Wade had already won.
No, I think Pippen had a big part of Jordan winning.
Yeah,
what you did.
So when you say this person helped him out, it's like Jordan had to be told, "Hey, you need to pass the ball."
I think it was more Phil Jackson than Pippen.
Yeah, it's more Phil Jackson.
Right. Okay. Right, but without he didn't trust his teammates because, in all fairness, they stunk.
Well, you see the Doug Collins offense, it was literally just Jordan and get the hell out of the way. I'm not even watching off The Last Dance. I rewatched a few Bulls games with Doug Collins. It was literally one man on one side. Jackson got him to play more. Jackson unlocked Pippen. Pippen was basically Draymond until Jackson came along.
That was a horrible comparison. But,
that's an insult to Pippen, man. That's an insult.
He was more defensive.
I'm joking. Yeah, I'm joking. But you're right. A defensive minded and a point forward. Yeah. But my point is that without Pippen, Jordan is not Jordan. He's just not. He's just not. So
no good players without anyone.
Exactly. So that's why I don't like the whole D Wade saved him like he was on a magical horse. Remember, D Wade had said that he had to sit down and say, "Yo, this is your team." So there's a clash of egos there. Remember, these are two lead dogs. Pippen really wasn't a lead dog. He just was a beta. He just sat back, chilled out. You can see now how he's really pissed off about this, and it shows you. Yo, look how psychological this is, though. Like,
no, it's never, bro. It's all mental, dude.
Yo, to this day, he's pissed about it. Like, think about that. Like, you're still mad about that?
But I think it's more different than Pippen and Wade. It's because Jordan didn't have the failures personally that LeBron did. Because Jordan's issue was the team wasn't winning rather than it was personal. LeBron had parts where in his first stint with Cleveland where he just didn't win because of him. Like, he had great games. Don't get me wrong. His first stint in Cleveland. But, like, getting swept in San Antonio in 2007, he wasn't very good in that finals.
He was terrible in that finals. He couldn't hit a jump shot.
He was not very good in that finals. Like, Jordan was putting up 63, 61, whatever it was.
That first team, though, was elite defensively, like all-time great.
He was terrible.
It was, but was the Pistons team not good defensively?
Also one of the greatest defensive teams ever.
But without Ben Wallace, it was different. Let me just put that.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, of course.
More like LeBron had personal failures where Jordan had more team failures. So Pippen brought the winning along. Wade brought LeBron along into the winning.
I could see.
Yeah. Also, Wade is just a way better player.
Yeah,
he had already won a title.
D Wade's the man. Sierra, yo, you can get up here, Sierra. We definitely need some more female representation. So if you want to get up here, I'll put the link in there. Sammy Slam says CB3, Russ, Conley, and Harden. What was that? CB3 and Harden.
One of those things doesn't belong there.
I think, yeah, right. I think she's talking about best passers. These best passers.
Okay, stop, bro.
The show says, yeah, Kawhi, because the Clips never won a title. I feel you. Sierra says, what do you think about the new CBA? Oh, man. I like the 65 games. Are we? I mean, I like the 65 games.
Kevon Looney, MVP.
I'm not a huge fan of the in-season tournament. I think it's unnecessary. And it's taking away home games for every team, which is going to suck. And like, do we get penalized with less home games for getting farther in the tournament? And then I think the other stuff in terms of taxing or the luxury tax and the rich not being able to act on having their money. I mean, look, I'm all for parity and stuff, but like, I think that I don't know. I think that the Warriors and teams like maybe the Clippers not, but the Warriors, for example, they actually did home grow a lot of their talent. Like, I don't think it's a very I don't want to say it's unfair because they're trying to make things more fair. But then what's the point of having a rich owner? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and I think it's a little hard. It's not good for the players either. The ones on the buyout, like all these different things. Like, I don't think that the players got a good deal out of this.
The one what was CJ McCollum like sabotaging everything?
No, the one good thing,
Grant Williams, they got played, bro. They got bamboozled. It was rookies.
CJ. The one good thing the players did was they got the luxury tax to move up at the same percentage as the salary cap. So instead of having like a 5% every year for luxury, now it goes up the same percentage. So when there's a big TV deal and the salary cap goes up, the luxury tax is also going to go up the same percentage. So that's one good thing they did differently.
When there's a big TV deal, the salary cap's going to go up and the luxury cap goes up.
Yeah.
Oh, so it goes. You know what? If that wasn't like that before, then that's crazy.
So it was always that when the KD Warriors got together, it was because there was a new TV deal.
Yes.
So, but the luxury tax only went up 5% because that was the agreed upon price. Now the luxury tax is going to go up the same percentage the salary cap does.
Oh, like
so
proportionally.
That makes sense. Makes sense because that's why they don't want. See, Don, what was the first thing I told you when you kind of broke all this stuff down for me earlier? They're trying to prevent dynasties now. It seems like they're making it more like football, where they'd rather have some random winners every year.
Right.
Even baseball is like that, and they don't have a salary cap. But
right.
Yeah, the big deal is going to be is the NBA going to sign with Google, Amazon, and then when they're going to see like a real crazy amount of money because they really haven't tapped into the social media game like the way that's what Mark Cuban always talks about. Even though he's been a terrible owner and nobody talks about this for his basketball team, he's pretty much been on point with the social media game. All the retweeting that we do, all the highlights on YouTube. I saw Adam Silver say he doesn't care about us like doing the highlights on YouTube because he feels like that's just marketing. But somewhere along the lines, they like this stuff because the engagement that pulls in.
They have to. That's why they're not cracking down on it. Because you can go online and find 10 different high quality streams for every single game, and they're not getting shut down.
What the new CBA rules really do too is if you're gonna have a super team of like 3 guys, it basically confirms the rest of your team has to be minimums.
Jeez, that's not good.
So basically, you don't have your tax players MLE, and then once you go over this, so let's say you have to trade. So like Clippers instance, let's say they trade the house for Dame. Let's say Dame becomes wanted. Mm-hmm. He wants out, and they trade Man, Batum, Morris. I don't know who else they would throw in there.
Bones,
yeah. They throw them all in there. They would have those 3. They'd go up over the second level of luxury tax, and they would have to get minimums for the rest of the roster.
Markel Scott says CB3 got robbed of MVP. Give me a break, dude. You got how many times Kobe didn't get a good fair shake, and that season, I mean, do I need to go on about it? Before they got Gasol, they were still doing really, really well. Top 3 in the conference. Before they got Gasol, Chris's roster was better.
What's my guy's name here? Daniel.
Yeah.
He broke that down really good. Everyone has to be on a minimum contract. Like, so you're basically making everyone be a super team. Like you either have a super team or you have a bum team.
So basically, you're gonna have 3 really good players,
right?
And then a bunch of minimums.
They're trying to go to like that 2 thing when Kawhi brought balance to the universe when he beat the Warriors. They're trying to go back to the 2.
And then Westbrook
only.
I'm down for duos. So
G said Chris Paul won. Go ahead. Chris Paul won series as the best player on his team, man. Westbrook has 0 chance against the Spurs that series, he says. Joker Darko says Kobe never liked frauds. JJ who? JJ Baby Dick. Nick Pillow says, let's get into them Knicks trophies. For the Knicks to win a championship, Randall got to go. Switch Randall with Bam equals 3-peat, not 3. Whoa, settle down, Mike Smith.
Yo, I was just thinking how we can get Bam on the Knicks, but I think he just signed an extension.
Wait, Ram for Bam straight up 3-peat? No.
Julius Randle, I think, what was it? It wasn't last year, was it? I think it was last year. Like, he has the best nickname of anybody in the league. Like, Westbrook is good, but they were calling him Dubious Handles.
Westbrook's still better.
That's horrible. You know what? That's the unfortunate part about your man, Westbrook. You're in the limelight. I know it's LA, I know we're crazy, but he's lucky he doesn't play in Philly, and they didn't turn on him. Like,
yeah, they dumped popcorn on his head in Philly. There's no way he would have went there.
That's crazy.
Do you guys realistically see a scenario where one of the 3 teams in the East don't win the finals? Because I still think those 3 teams are far ahead of everybody.
The Suns? Above the Suns? Nah.
Yeah, I think they're above the Suns.
The Suns aren't deep enough.
They haven't lost a single game, even with Durant playing like.
Okay, they played Charlotte,
70%.
Spurs, the Mavericks, and a beat-up Denver team in Minnesota.
Those were all the teams that they played with Durant so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still good though.
And you have to rely on Durant being healthy. Like he's
injury
prone.
If he's healthy, that's like between him, Ayton, and Booker. It's like.
Man, I'm taking
80
the
points
Celtics
right
and the
there.
Bucks and the Sixers over them.
You seriously that impressed with Ayton?
I like Ayton a lot.
Ayton's a good.
They underutilize him to
18-10 guy.
Don, what do you think about that Dallas series, bro? Ayton should have dominated Dallas last year. Should have murked them dudes, man. And he folded, bro. He quit.
Oh yeah.
They all folded. Like even Chris and Book.
He more than anybody else. Chris can't do anything without pick and roll. And Dallas being small, they switch everything. So he was cooked. And then
but CP3 was still considered an all-star. Ayton he has still never made an all-star team.
I know,
CP3,
but
yeah,
Ayton should Aiden should have ate that series, no?
But they don't be feeding him like that to me after the first quarters and stuff. Last year, at least.
Yeah,
I agree that he should be more. I agree that he should demand the ball more for sure. But like,
and do
I don't think they do a good. To me, I always look at it from a point guard's lens. So to me, I would have like fed him the ball. But CP3, he, as you say, he loves the pick and roll, man, and he seems to prefer his own isolation sometimes over Ayton in the post, which at this age I don't agree with. But we'll see in the play. Now he has two better options to ISO. I do think Ayton can be soft though. Like I do agree with that. And he did not play well enough either.
I mean, Dwight Powell had him in hell. We see how Dwight Powell's been playing this year.
Yeah, bad.
I didn't even know that.
Tyler Lamb, see, this is the problem with you stands though. You say let's keep blaming one player for a team sport. No one's blaming one player.
Yeah, I think nobody's doing that.
You guys only say team sport to make excuses for your favorite losing. When it comes to helping the team goal, which is to win, not just put up your own stats, and not just having great stats means you played well, then yeah, it's a team sport. The team goal is to win. You can't just use team sport when it's justification for your favorite player putting up decent stats and losing. That's not what the team game is about, to me at least. That's the Wilt Chamberlain argument. Him and PG stunk it up. Russ was the guy so suck it up. What the fuck? Taylor Maid said KD should have went to New York Knicks. That's where KD could have taken his legacy to another level.
No.
As a Knicks fan, he said no.
No. Dom knows me well. When we were gonna have the opportunity to have KD, the fact that it was coming with Kyrie, I said I don't want anything to do with that at all whatsoever.
Honestly, that one aged well.
Aged.
First of all, I have a bunch of things that aged well. Westbrook, if you take a pen, grab a pen and a piece of paper, you will learn. You will learn everything that I taught you tonight. But instead, you can be silly.
Where do you guys think Kyrie signed?
No comment.
Do you think anyone other than Dallas offers him?
Not a chance.
Yo, the rumor is that we said Kyrie.
Yeah, there's no. I don't know anyone other than Dallas.
I know some, but the And One tour. You go there.
And one tour.
As a Laker fan, we're good.
Yeah, we're not going after him.
Yo, the rumor is that he's out of the league.
Hey, I'd be honest. I'd take him on the Clippers, bro. Oh
my God!
Come on, bro. Let's not do this. Come on, bro. If we had Kyrie for one postseason, we could just make it to the postseason, bro. And we're winning, bro. I don't care.
You guys already have availability.
We can't guard anyone as it is. You want to add Kyrie to that?
Bro,
question is, yeah.
Kyrie, by the way, is the one who famously said, "I couldn't guard a stick today, or any day, really."
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I'm not.
No, I was gonna say. Someone said, "Question is, do you rank Kawhi Leonard over KD overall?" Right now, I'd probably say no.
No.
Yes, I'd say yes.
Because his ring was more legit to you.
Both of them, yeah.
Impressive.
Yep.
Second one,
better two-way player too.
Listen though, the first one, dude. I'm sorry, but any version of Kevin Durant's winning with that 2014 Spurs team, they're honestly maybe sweep everybody.
Yeah,
that team was nice.
That team was amazing. That was one of the best ball movement teams in the history of the game.
Tony
Parker was like at his peak. Like he could get in the paint with ease.
Didn't they shoot like 70% from three that series?
Dude, that pick and roll with Timmy and Tony Parker was so hard to guard. It was insane. Duncan made the right reads every time. It was amazing.
I remember Danny Green and Gary Neal always going off.
See, that's another play that Popovich made look good. Gary Neal. What the fuck did he do? He went to the Hornets and he disappeared, man. You know whose career they revived? Great player though, but his career they revived was Boris Diaw. Dude, he was fat out of shape.
I love Boris Diaw, man.
He was
Boris Diaw. They moved Duncan to the 5 that year, didn't they? They bench Splitter and moved Duncan to the.
That's another guy who had no career elsewhere. Thiago Splitter. Like they really made these fools look good, man.
Duncan, remember their backup point guard Norris DeColo, or not?
Nando DeColo.
He
was good in FIBA in the Olympics.
And then Bellinelli.
Bellinelli was a really good shooter.
Yeah, he was so good.
Fucking shoot. Sammy Slam one says, Tyler, I'm just talking legacy. Winning in Brooklyn would have been huge, much bigger than Phoenix in my view. I don't know.
That was the second Boris Diaw reference, by the way.
Taylor Maid says, nah, those Golden State Warriors teams have a huge asterisk. It's just, let's see, even KD's when he fucked up. They were one win from the title. Tyler Lamb said, my honest opinion, should have kept KD with OKC and retained Russ there. They would have been able to get PG there.
Where are you getting those
the big three?
How?
Yeah, how?
KC, how?
I don't know. Tyler, I'm not so sure. That Nets defense was becoming very, very good with KD there, says Sammy Slam.
No.
Bro, the Nets could have made a run, bro. If they would have kept everything and Kyrie not,
I think the relationship with Kyrie and the Nets was so shot, it wouldn't have worked. I think if there was no like beef, sure,
just basketball.
Yeah, just basketball. Yeah, it would have been great. But I think the personalities were so shot, it was just going to be toxic.
KD is just soft, man. You're not supposed to let your
They got a good one though, Mikal Bridges.
Dom. Another guy I called last year. What I say?
What?
Mikal Bridges. You people don't listen to me, man. I say he's a lead dog on defense. That's the guy I want on my team. Get RJ Barrett out of here. Get Julius Randle.
Whoever said that Mikal Bridges? Who said RJ Barrett was better than Mikal Bridges?
You guys were saying that.
I did.
I'm including you because you guys ain't listening to me.
All right. Tyler Lamb said, but wasn't KD and Kyrie's decision to choose the Nets was because they have an attachment to Brooklyn?
No.
It
was because of Kyrie. Kyrie wanted to go there because he couldn't control the Knicks.
Taylor Made says if Knicks had a different owner, Braun would have gone to New York in 2010.
Yeah, Charles would confirm that.
Kyrie wanted Brooklyn because he's from Brooklyn. Yeah, there you go. Taylor Made said no attachment besides Kyrie.
He's not from Brooklyn.
He's from New Jersey, isn't he? From New Jersey.
That's racist. His father's from the Bronx, and he grew up in Jersey.
Let's see. We got anything else? Nick Pillow says Grant Williams in the NBPA. Good God, they should have known they were cooked.
Grant Williams from Boston?
Yeah, he's the guy now.
What do you mean?
Is he the vice president or the president?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, seriously? How do you get seniority that quick?
I don't know.
It was getting dogged in the negotiations.
Sammy Slam One says, I'm talking about the first KD decision. I wanted him to transform the Knicks.
Which
Braun or KD on the Knicks hits different, y'all. These guys, I wanted KD and Kyrie to win a ring and stick it to the Warriors.
Look how he hyped these bums on our team. RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Frank Ntilikina.
How about Jalen Brunson? How about him?
Hey, Brunson's a surprise.
Whoa.
They're talking about that. Brunson is dope. Take out a young Brunson. He's on the verge of being a really good star player. Have to admit I was wrong on him. Continue.
I don't know why. You guys didn't watch basketball last year? That's why I didn't want Donovan Mitchell on the team. Why would I want two short guys?
Oh, now, come on. If you had a choice between Donovan Mitchell and Brunson, you're not taking Brunson.
No, I'm saying that when they wanted to get Donovan Mitchell, we already had Brunson, and it made no sense to me because Donovan Mitchell is not this big leap either. Look, Cleveland's in one spot ahead of us. Whoop to do. So we're good. Yeah,
they're finna sweep you if Randall doesn't come back.
You out of your mind?
No, I didn't think so.
How about without Randall, we can still beat them? Are you kidding me?
No way.
You didn't see what Donovan Mitchell just said?
Shot.
Bronson is all NBA. Nick Pillow says.
I don't know. The guard position is tough, man.
Yeah. Sammy Slam says Luka's one of the best basketball players I've ever seen, and I've been watching the NBA for 52 years. Okay. No, I'm sorry, Sammy Slam. I need you to, if you really, no. Listen, you come in every
on
video
one side of it, maybe.
Listen about Russell Westbrook standing him. Basically, I don't believe that you can't be 60 plus years old. If you are, please join the forum. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear your wisdom. We need someone like you with more experience up here, please. 52 years, bro. So you remembered when Kareem got drafted in 69 type shit? Tell me about how good Dave Bing was.
Why can't
Dave Bing, the guy that started the search engine?
Hey, wait a minute, bro. What time is bro? Sammy, ain't no way you 60-year-olds up this late, bro.
60 years old and arguing about standing Westbrook in the comments, bro. The only person I know that age that stands Westbrook was Lyle.
Bro, Westbrook has fans of all demographics. Stop playing.
But all idiots.
No, but listen, bro. Commenting on a YouTube forum so much, being in the live chat of someone this young, I don't know, man. That sounds a little crazy.
That's right. We age better.
Bro, Westbrook pisses apple juice.
Dude, Westbrook. Taylor May says Luka needs so much defensive help is the problem. I think Tyler Lamb says I think Luka is a baby. Now they're arguing about defense. Magic was a pedestrian defender at best. Well, I think when Magic, well, at least I can only speak for the 1980 finals. Is the only one that run is the only one I watched full. But when he locked in, I mean, he was decent. He got steals.
Right, but isn't that
yeah?
But to have that high of an IQ and to be bad on defense is crazy. I understand Westbrook and John Morant is horrible on defense. He's terrible.
Moving your feet is a skill as well.
Right. So I'm still
laterally.
Like, the way, and especially the way Magic can, like, he thinks 2 or 3 steps ahead. So how the hell are you that bad on defense? It makes no, like, Larry Bird, for him to be that decent on defense is like, yo, he's mad slow. How did he do all that? Just the anticipation and thinking ahead. But Magic couldn't put that together. Like, it's just been, when you watch the tape, it's weird to see.
Yeah, I feel that.
Speaking of defense, Drew Holiday is one of the most beautiful basketball players that ever been born.
Whoa,
he's the only player that actually just watched his defense. That's
Wait,
it.
what'd you say?
He's one of the most beautiful basketball players ever created.
Beautiful basketball.
Handsome. He's a handsome guy.
No, like the thing, like his positioning, his balance, the way he's always like anticipating where the other players.
He has a beautiful game.
Kyle Lowry is.
What, get your mind out of the gutter.
I don't think his game is. I was gonna ask, who do you think is better, Drew Holiday or Russell Westbrook?
Right now, it's
I saw that coming from like 3 miles away, bro.
Come on, man. Right now, it's not close.
We asked that on my look. I'll send it to you in the.
I saw that like a Trae Young pass.
What?
That was a little.
I saw that coming like a pass from Trae Young. Telegraphed.
So you think who had the better career?
Between who?
Drew Holiday and Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook.
Are you insane?
Listen,
I think that conversation is really dependent on how much you value winning a championship and how big it is.
No, I think Holiday.
I'm not even gonna dignify that.
Killed Holiday.
Yeah, I don't think career should include like it should include it, but like your whole career shouldn't be like, oh, did you win a championship or not? You gotta have a great career.
Well, he was a big part of his championship, though. Yeah, do you guys think that Russ could
one
do
championship doesn't 14 years of greatness, bro?
See, here's the thing though, because Giannis and KD were pretty equivalent. Like Giannis in 2020, what year they went at 21, and 2012 KD were pretty equivalent in dominance, and Holiday was arguably the second best player in that series. And they went and won, and Russ was the second best player in the finals, and they lost 4-1.
That's I'm saying the argument because Holiday's defense is so good. Like even when he plays, he's also kind of takes bad shots and can go cold. I mean, Russ, when you look at the resumes on paper, it's not close. Like Russ destroys him. And Russ could carry teams like Drew Holiday never could. It's that floor raiser, ceiling raiser argument to me.
Yeah,
Russ.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead. No, Russ, I mean, he'll take a group of nothing and he can make it something. Drew Holiday, though, I mean, on a team where you're like, he has to be the second or third best player on the team, dude. I don't know, man. Drew Holiday proved he could do it. Yeah, and he's doing it right now again.
I think Holiday has the bad argument is he had Anthony Davis for 5-6 years, and they got out of the first round once.
He had a lot of injury problems there, but I agree. But also, I mean, dude, I'm a little skeptical of Anthony Davis as a number one too. Still, I think
but that's a good point.
Round. You're an Anthony Davis guy. I love Anthony Davis too. I like him a lot, but
no, that just because I want to go back. I haven't rewatched that season with DeMarcus Cousins because I'm wondering like
they play better without DeMarcus Cousins.
They play better without him. Rondo, Holiday, and Mirotic are better.
It took so long for Gentry to start Rondo, though, man. It was just like, well, I know, but knowing Rondo, he probably was fucking doing some bullshit in the regular season, and then in the playoffs,
I mean, Rondo was terrible for the Lakers in the regular season, and then out of nowhere, like
he only showed up for national TV games. For real,
national TV Rondo is a different level.
Like TV Bus brought Darren Collison to a game as their personal guest in 2020, just because we were afraid Rondo was going to be so bad in the playoffs because he was terrible in the regular season.
Oh shit, I forgot about Darren Collison.
He's almost young to remember Kareem being drafted, but definitely 60. Man, tell me about
Dave DeBusschere.
I don't know, man. Where were you? What you said, Dave DeBusschere?
Yeah, he's
a beast. We have videos on him on the channel, by the way. Go check out Dime Machine episodes 3 and 5. Dave DeBusschere's a beast.
Can I plug All Ball Perspective?
Yeah, you can.
All Ball Perspective on YouTube, guys. Check us out. We're talking about, hey, who had more pressure under them? Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, or Michael Jordan?
Sammy Slims, yeah, that's funny, man. Yeah, you got to tell me about Dave DeBusschere's game. I need to hear about, the 70s underrated teams. Come on, 60. That's wild.
Sam,
gotta give unbelievable how much Westbrook appeals to everybody of all ages.
Most 60-year-olds don't know how to use YouTube, man.
So you're saying he's capping? You're saying he's capping?
I'm saying he's capping. I want to see him hop on.
He's streaming this from his Buick infotainment system
with his glasses and his
that was foul.
Glass of milk. I want to see this guy.
Oh, yo, you guys are terrible with the old guys, man. You see your glasses.
We love him. He says, y'all, Holiday and Lowry won titles. There's no way they're better point guards than Russ, Harden, and CP3. I honestly agree with Kyle Lowry. But Holiday, I don't know, man.
Kyle Lowry's a beautiful player.
Hey, you gotta stop
gorgeous.
saying.
I don't think so. I think he's honestly an eyesore to watch sometimes. He's a complete foul baiter. He's a good charge taker. But I never thought his game was super appealing. He was good though. He was
Kyle Lowry?
Yeah, Kyle Lowry's very thick.
Yeah, he's the poor man's Chris Paul.
No,
very poor.
That's
he came. It took him a while to even get that good. By the way, he was on Houston and he was on
Grizzlies. He was trash.
He got better at Houston though.
It is a good. I will say though, but for Sammy said that is a good counter argument though, because they have won one championship each. It's a top 3 player on their team. But I would have. It's weird though, because I would have Russ over Lowry with a no brainer. But Holiday, not his career, but like who I would. But for what I value, I would actually have to think, man.
I agree. Like even today, if you say take out Russ and put in Drew Holiday, I'd agree. His defense is that good.
If you put Drew Holiday on the Clippers, they're going to the championship.
We're going
100%. 100%. It would be such a difference. But this is not the
with
best
PG healthy. With PG healthy.
But here's the difference. I have to push back on this though. I would say this is. You can argue Drew Holiday has been playing the best basketball of his career in Milwaukee. This is not the best Russ anymore.
But we saw 2018 Russ, the year after he won the championship, have PG, have
let me ask you as a Russ
exactly.
fan. When did Russ's decline begin? Would you say 2017-18 or 2018-19? The year he played the Blazers, he lost his jump shot that year. I don't know if it was an injury that he got.
There was like a hand injury, fingers. He's always having. That's when he started getting him taped up like that. Yeah.
Remember he missed the beginning of the season. They put like a shot in him in his knee or something, or his quad. Remember this? The year that the second year with PG, didn't he miss the beginning of the season?
Yep, something like that. Yeah, with his quad, and then he re-injured it again twice with Houston, and then injured it again with the Wizards.
In all seriousnness, when did he have a jump shot?
I mean, it wasn't.
I think 2017 from 20. I want to say 10, 11. Those 7 years, I think he had a solid mid range.
Yeah,
and I would say not a good 3, but a streaky 3. But after that, he was just terrible from 3, and his mid range
even from the free throw line. Even from the free throw line, he went down.
Yeah, like bro, remember in the playoff game, he had 3 straight free throws against them in crunch time.
The one thing that stood out for me with Russell was the amount of layups he's missed.
Yeah,
and the amount of just wide open jump shots, and he would pull up 1 on like 5, like that is just. And I didn't get it though. He was like one of the worst 3-point shooters ever. Like there's a lot to him that's just like weird.
Yeah, he's never been a good 3-point shooter, but like
because but the thing is like he's such a super. Like who the hell is more athletic than Russell Westbrook? Like who doesn't want to look like that? Guard. I wish I could take my shirt off and just walk around like that. He looks fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, he's Sammy Slam is he's trying to do his best. You know, he says 70s was all about the Iceman and Dr. J. Man, what do you think? Who was the most underrated ABA players of all time? Sammy Slam. I need those.
Did he just Google them like
bro's like
I would argue that you put Prime Westbrook on the Clippers, they're not winning the championship just because we saw him with good players in his prime.
You could absolutely make that argument because he's volatile and the big moments and just the way he plays.
He would be in his peak athleticism, and he already takes boneheaded shots as it is.
Yep.
And he's not in his peak.
I'll tell you what, though, he'd make our team better if we got that version.
Oh, 100% better, but I don't think you'd win a championship.
Yeah, that's fair.
But when he was in his prime, he they had a pretty good runs up until
they lost to Donovan Mitchell in round 1.
Oh, I don't think that was like towards the tail end. Yeah,
that was his first year.
No, but a lot of that was PG. A lot of that
was
PG.
Both none of them, neither of them get a pass.
Yeah, both stunk it up.
That was his first year at PG. Right after winning an MVP, he lost to rookie Donovan Mitchell and Gobert,
and then Dame just destroyed him.
Yeah, so like this was the year after he won MVP with a Paul George who got 3rd in MVP voting that year. And they lost to rookie Donovan Mitchell, who didn't win Rookie of the Year, by the way, and Rudy Gobert in the first round.
Yeah, but let's not pretend like Donovan Mitchell's a nobody, bro. He did average like 30 against the whole.
They were getting schooled. They were getting
right.
wrecked.
And Donovan's been playing like that ever since.
Yeah, but
he's a good player.
That's why my point is.
Was he the third best? Going into that series? Was he the 3rd best player in the series? Yes. We consider Russ and Paul George better than him.
I mean, retrospectively, yeah, he was way better than PG.
Joe Ingles was better.
No, but not Russ though. Only Paul. Come on, man. Ricky Rubio.
No, he definitely outplayed Russ too. He definitely outplayed Russ too. Yeah, that Utah was a good defensive team anyway.
Russ got
they were, but there's no excuse there for the Thunder. They also had home court advantage.
Bro, I was there for that, bro. That was awful.
What were they, like 5th seed? It wasn't by much.
They're the 4th seed.
Come on, why are we making such excuse? You want to?
I'm not making an excuse. I'm just saying.
Huge excuse.
Donovan was a good player.
Donovan's a good player. Yes.
So is Russell Westbrook. You say he's one of the best point guards of all time. Come on, he was in his prime year around that. You know what I mean?
Who would you take? Paul George or Rudy Gobert? Second options. We'll just go second options.
It depends on what team you're putting them in.
Fuck that.
No, for sure. If you need a rim protector, you're gonna take Rudy Gobert.
If you already have two, he's saying for your second best player on your team, though, I don't care who you have. You're taking the second option. I'm taking Paul George.
No, I gotta agree with Weston on that. Paul George, and Gobert, neither one of number 1s or 2s. Damn near. They need who are their teammates?
Bro, what type of water y'all got in New York?
Nah, come on, man. Rudy Gobert's been played off the floor the last 2.
Rudy Gobert's a poor offensive player. All he does is screen set.
That you haven't watched the Minnesota games where they had the kid just went down.
The Lakers played Gobert out of the game.
That's cool. No. Nas Reed got hurt. So that's why West Ham made a great point. What players are around Gobert to help him? He didn't have the Evan Mobley that Jared Allen has in Cleveland to supplement whatever the rotations that he can't make on the defense.
Jared Allen is a better offensive player than Gobert, man.
Oh yes, I agree with that. But he also has Evan Mobley to help him out on defense. Period. Gobert doesn't have that or didn't have that in Utah, and it's not right that we don't. The end defensive player of the year that many times.
Yeah.
Like you act like Paul George is some slouch on defense though. Like in 2018, Paul George was a damn good defender.
Paul George is one of the best one-on-one defenders ever.
That's what I'm saying. So,
really? I wouldn't go that far.
So they're about equal. They're about
best one-on-one defenders of all time,
and way better than Gobert. Way better than Gobert offensively.
That's what I'm saying. They're about equal defensively. Paul George is
no, they're not. No. Gobert's defense.
Yeah, but you guys are arguing like it's like basketball or like baseball cards.
I'm saying
how good you are within the system, bro.
Okay, fine. I'm saying you would take Paul George over Rudy Gobert as your second option of your team.
What does my team consist of? That's just like a really strange question to ask. Like, what is my team?
We don't know. How about this? We don't know the rest of the roster. You're starting the roster. I'm taking Paul George as the second player all day, every day. Gobert, bro.
That doesn't make sense. You'd have to know what the other pieces are before you make a decision.
I would build around those two.
No, if you're building a team though, let's say you've been doing it on 2K or fantasy, you're starting with the top, right? If you're a GM trying to build a team, you got to look at the top guys and then how you want the supporting cast to fit around them. Right. I would not want Rudy Gobert to be my second best player in any circumstance if I'm trying to win a championship. I think Paul has a chance.
Rudy as your second best player. There's no chance.
Paul George, you at least have a chance.
You have a chance.
What if your first best player is Anthony Davis?
You've never had a chance.
You're
absolutely taking Paul George.
Yeah, Anthony Davis and Rudy Gobert would be the worst spacing front court of all time.
They'd be a hell defensively, but imagine Paul George and AD together would be awesome, honestly.
Oh man,
it'd be fun.
They would, but I think it'd be easy if you had Anthony Davis and Rudy Gobert.
Then you need 3 shooters. Like you have to guarantee yourself 3 shooters.
But I don't like AD being the main initiator on an offense if you're trying to win a championship. He hasn't proven it.
I'll get 3 schmucks to go join them, but I'd rather have that defense.
Nah, bro. You're overvaluing Gobert's defense.
Rudy is such an overrated defender. It's not even funny, bro. Nobody takes that dude serious.
Nah, he's a good rim protector.
He's a great rim protector,
bro. But against superstars, bro, nobody's like. We had Terrence Mann yamming on him, bro.
Giannis Antetokounmpo won Defensive Player of the Year.
He ain't yamming on Giannis. He ain't yamming on Embiid. He ain't yamming
Mario
on
Hezonja yammed
on
Giannis.
You know what? You're right. I take it back. I
said Terrence, bro.
Kawhi guy, take it back. You're right. Rudy Gobert said that he stopped playing because Anthony Davis was hurt on the floor or something like that, and he let him up or whatever it was. You were right. Because Paul George is soft too, though.
Rudy Gobert literally shut down the whole league, bro. Like literally.
Oh yeah, COVID.
What's going on?
It's gonna happen anyway.
Westbrook stand. They already convinced me. Rudy Gobert is too. You can't be that big and soft.
Yeah.
Paul George.
Gobert. What are you like, Nelly?
What am I supposed to? How do you say it? Why'd you call me Nelly? I'm sorry.
Dude, he sucks. No, I'm just kidding. He's good at what he does. He's good at what he does, but Paul George is a special talent, bro. He's not a made player.
I said, what are you, Nelly? That was hilarious.
Could you imagine if you guys were Timberwolves fans? You got Gobert for $35 million for the next 5.
Gosh, Bro, I switched teams.
Drinking bleach.
Okay.
Nah, again,
like this is their peak team right here. Edwards, Towns, Gobert, old Mike Conley, and McDaniels. Yeah, and they got 5 more years of this with no picks.
It's Minnesota, bro.
Yeah, it's all dependent on Ant-Man's progression.
I just don't think Towns and Gobert could ever win a championship together.
Nah.
That's fair. Because Towns is another softy, man.
Cornball.
Yeah, he is.
Voice changer.
hey, PG and Ant might be able to do something.
See, PG plugged into any team. You could plug PG into any team, and he would be great.
Can I actually do some Can I actually do some pushback on this comment? PG always draws parallels to McGrady to me, and I think I can apply it playoff wise as well. Now, the only thing I will say about that, man, is here's my thing, dude. I think Tracy McGrady, he only had a couple of chances. He played in a really solid Western Conference, and I mean, people would make a lot of excuses and think people are being too harsh on McGrady with some of the criticism of the series that he lost. Paul George, the one thing I'll give him McGrady is I'll never fault him for lack of confidence. If anything, he was so super confident. Like, if anything, arrogant. Paul George, I question his wavering confidence. And imagine if T-Mac played with, like, I don't know, a player as good as Kawhi when he was still very good. I think that could really have changed the narrative with him.
For sure.
I don't know. I think T-Mac's playoff failures are extremely exaggerated, personally.
I think PG, too. Indiana PG was hooping.
08, bro, is extremely harsh. He didn't have Yao Ming. He's not going to beat that Utah team without Yao Ming.
No,
the 3-1 lead to Detroit, he was not supposed to win that series. The one you can say is 07. I will give you 07. He probably should have won. But I got to watch the series back, bro.
No, the one with Detroit or Milwaukee, it was Milwaukee, I think he was talking shit to them. Did you hear an echo or is that just me?
No, I don't hear an echo.
I've been hearing
I hear that echo.
I hear echo.
Yeah, echo too. You might have to do echo cancellation on there. Hold on, let me fix that. But I think T-Mac's problem is that it's already on.
I think someone probably had the stream on.
It's good now.
Okay. I think T-Mac's problem was that he did with the original LeBron, not 1, not 2, not 3. And he called out Detroit or whoever it was before he beat them, and then they lost. And then he cried during whatever series it was. I think it is because he was my favorite player at that time. He did
cry in 07 against the Jazz. I remember that. I was really sad when I saw that as a kid.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be better than Kobe at that time. It was like neck and neck, talent wise. And then after a while, just see Kobe kept getting better and better, and T-Mac was the same guy. And he was very lazy on defense.
Yeah,
who made that comment? The Paul George thing. That's true. That is very true. The Paul George, even Jason Tatum has a lot of that for me. Don't get me wrong, he has crazy explosive games. He's been to the finals, but he has a super team. That's a great team he has there. But that up and down passive aggressiveness, Jason Tatum, Paul George, and T-Mac do share that. Very too laid back. Anthony Davis, too laid back. You want your guy to be a monster.
Their game is similar to like their ball handling.
Their game is the aesthetic of their game is definitely similar.
Long arms,
great point.
Changing directions.
I just think the playoff stuff is they've had very different careers in the playoffs. In my opinion.
Who you guys taking? Vince Carter or T-Mac?
I'm a little biased. I'm a little biased to McGrady.
You gotta go Vince.
You go Vince. I'm a little biased.
Vince was it was easier. The game was like Vince, I think, is the most talented out of all those guards in the late 90s, early 2000s. Easily. Just the way he dunked, that shit was so natural to do all that. And the way he would just react, he just didn't practice enough, in my opinion. Like, can't compare everyone to Kobe, but Vince, the game came so much more naturally to Vince than anybody else. He looked like he was made to play ball.
Yeah, I'm taking Vince.
Yeah, Vince was he would shoot too many like fadeaway layups. Vince was like doing stupid shit. But
yeah, honestly, you could be right. He won more series.
All right. Do you guys have I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Do you guys have like a player that you were high on when they were coming into the NBA that never panned out?
D'Angelo Russell.
Well, depends what you define as pie.
So mine's Dragan Bender. I thought he was gonna be.
Oh my god!
I thought he was gonna be him.
Anthony Bennett. No,
Dragan Bender. I watched like a bunch of his like European highlights, so I got sold that he was like the next big European Dirk. So I like told all my friends to like put your hedges on Dragan Bender winning Rookie of the Year, and that really didn't work out too well for me.
That's a crazy name. I never even heard of that name. Dragan Bender.
It was like the 4th pick in the draft with like
2015 or 17.
2015, yeah, one of those.
Wow.
The Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
Didn't pan out. Well, I don't know, but I thought Al Thornton was gonna be the future of our franchise at one point.
Ooh.
Do you guys even know who that is?
Who'd you say? I'm sorry.
Al Thornton.
No, I've heard of Marcus.
That's funny, man. I feel old.
You know who else in that T-Mac category, and who was actually even worse?
Brandon Roy.
No, Brandon Roy was a monster.
No, Brandon Roy was nice.
He was filthy.
Go.
Unfortunate what happened with him.
Yeah.
Josh Smith, he didn't pan out.
Oh yeah. Well, he had a decent career, but yeah, he had a lot of his potential was
crazy.
Yeah.
Danny
Crazy.
Granger.
The injury
He got hurt.
with that.
Yeah, he got hurt.
He was good. I'm trying to think who I thought was going to pan out and didn't really. I don't know. I thought Shabazz Napier would have a better career in the NBA than he did. Because I'm reminded of that because of UConn. I thought he would have a better NBA career than he did.
Wasn't he the one LeBron said?
Yeah.
Draft.
Yes, and then he left.
None of you guys saying Wiseman?
I'm giving him some time. He looks better on Detroit.
Yeah, yeah, give him some
No,
time.
he doesn't.
He looks a lot better on Detroit.
Their center position though. They got 3 of those guys.
He looks like he did in preseason and in all the summer games. Stop.
No, I think he looks much better in Detroit.
No, he's the same guy we saw in preseason and those summer league games. They try to sell us like, oh, look at this, it's gonna become amazing.
These aren't preseason and summer league. This is playing in the NBA.
Kwame Brown.
No.
Lonzo Ball's a good name. Them knees.
Nah, but Lonzo got screwed by injuries.
Injuries. He was hooping.
He was playing well in Chicago.
He was. But I would say he's still a little underwhelming. But a lot of his injuries.
The injuries, man.
And his dad.
Yeah, put too much pressure on him.
Yeah.
What about his dad?
Put pressure on him.
There's no pressure.
That was marketing.
No, I'm saying he said he's underwhelming. I said Ball's been playing well, but the pressure got high from his dad saying how good he was that it was a bit underwhelming.
Yeah.
He going on.
Gilbert Rivera said Michael Olowokandi.
I mean, we never saw anything from Michael Olowokandi that was like.
Depends if he thought he was going to be good.
No.
Isaiah Austin.
Wow.
I thought he would have been
golden.
Who was that first round pick with the mullet that went to the Bucks a while ago?
Morrison.
Adam Moore. Well, here's the thing about Adam Morrison. He was on the all-rookie second team, and then he had some ridiculously bad injury and was never the same after and just became a bench warmer for the Lakers. But Adam Morrison, that first year with the Bobcats, man, he was not that terrible.
Really?
He was second team all-rookie.
Remember Carter Williams won a Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, I would say I was a little surprised.
On Milwaukee?
Yeah. Oh, he was on Philly.
But
Adam Morrison and Gonzaga was nasty.
He was
that
great.
was a horrible who did he get drafted with? Michael Carter Williams?
He was the Philadelphia 76ers and he won Rookie of the Year. He got a triple-double, I think, in his first game against Miami.
Yeah.
Right, but who was in that draft?
2013. That's the weak one, the Giannis draft.
Wiggins?
Giannis became the best player.
Oladipo, Bennett.
That was a bad one, man.
Alex Len, Tyler Zeller.
Jesus.
Cody Zeller. Yeah,
it was both Zellers.
Yeah, both of them.
Do you guys watch college ball?
No, I wish I could watch more.
I stopped watching it.
Yeah, I
as a Laker fan, when we drafted Ryan Kelly, I was like, "Damn, he's gonna be the next Dirk." those are the dark days.
Oh my god! Shout out to the great Dirk Nowitzki, man. I'm probably gonna head out though, guys. It's getting late.
I should have been.
But I appreciate everybody for coming in. Make sure to comment on the I mean, you can comment on this video if you want, but make sure to throw some comments on the actual live I did earlier, the 34-minute one. Keep the algorithms going. Looks like we're about 20 subscribers away from 4,000. We need to try to get that mark and hopefully hit 5,000 by the end of the season. It's been a while, man, to be on this 3,000 mark. So appreciate everybody for joining up, and hopefully we'll do more of these soon.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Good night.
Clippers.
Nice to meet you guys, man. You guys are amazing.